Hello, and welcome to the epilogue episode, the Epilogisode. And in today's Epilogisode, we're gonna just talk about the campaign, all the things that we still have questions about, and what's gonna happen with our characters in maybe a year from now. Hopefully, like where do we see them in a year from now, sort of thing. Um, I mean, we already sort of got it started just a little bit in the RP channel, just sort of arriving back in Salvation, everyone meeting up because Uni or Willow had already teleported to Salvation, and Kiori explaining that she wants to go to Flamekeep with her dad and Nyx's coffin. Sounds very ominous. Nyx's coffin. Um, and that's sort of where we ended things. Asked questions about the wedding that Dumar wants to have. Just vibing. Generally, what we always do in the roleplay channel is think we are vibing and then get duped at the beginning of the episode. It was actually a dream. Your grandpa's been kidnapped. Okay. Um. So anyway, as you wake up, no, it's okay.
Too soon.
Um. You all, like I said, receive an invitation within like the following morning. Um. From the king for a ball that he's having. So instead of him coming to Salvation, in 2 weeks from now, he's organizing a grand sort of feast in Rote, in the capital of Breland, to celebrate all the war heroes, you guys, of course, included, and any plus ones that you might want to bring to this very fancy celebration. Uni wanted to talk to Lauren, maybe, or at least sneak in and steal some money.
So the money that I placed
Where did you place it?
somewhere in like a corner that she would know that it was there if anything happened, but then it's already too late because it's already there, but
Mhm.
not find it in the meantime.
Mhm. So did you
Mhm.
roll to like find
Nope.
this perfect spot?
Nope.
Okay, well, let me open roll 20. I think we're gonna do some rolls just to see what happens. I would like for you to make a perception check, I guess, to find the perfect place to put this thing down where she might notice it after a few days, but not right away. Because that's the place you wanted it, right? So sort of be like,
Yeah.
oh. Nice, a 12? Is that what we're rocking, or is that an old roll from before?
No, that's new.
Nice. Um, so, um,
This is gonna go great.
as you walk into Brilish camp, you see people are packing up. Like they are getting ready to get out of
Mhm.
Salvation and back to wherever they live. So you see many of the like houses that had sent delegations. Some of their camping spots are already completely empty. Like they have stuff to do. They're busy people and they already left. And as you get to the Moorgrave campus area, which is where she was camping out, I believe, as well. Um, you see that they are also already mostly packed up. So you see Lauren is talking with some of her superiors from House Kenneth right now. Um, she seems chill. She's wearing a cape, like one of those like capes that has like
Mhm.
sleeves, like a thing.
Like a poncho kind of.
Yeah, and she's
Yeah.
wearing like black torn shorts with stockings underneath, like the gridded netted
Mhm.
fishnets type thing. Some high boots. What do you call those? Dog Martens.
Yes.
She seems vibing,
Mhm.
but her tent is already packed up.
I'll wait for her to finish with Kenneth. It's none of my business.
Sure. Takes them probably about another 5 minutes to sort of wrap up this conversation where they're
Mhm.
clearly like explaining some tasks to her that need to be done once she gets somewhere, like this type of conversation, because you can
Mhm.
read lips, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're very much like, okay, so we've been informed that once you get back to Sharn, this and this, you should go here and here, pick up this from the workshops, blah 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 blah. Just a whole
Mhm.
to-do chore list. And then they sort of walk away. She sort of slumps a little bit, like she had been on perfect posture, and now they walk away, and she sort of goes like,
Mhm.
and then she looks over toward you. She hadn't spotted you before. Sort of gives a little wave, looks around to check if you're like, are you here for her or if you're here for someone else, like waiting for someone.
No. Oh fuck. Archer.
Hi.
Hi. Um. So.
So,
So.
you want to talk
Um.
about something that you forgot in my tent?
Um. Yes. Because.
And not
Um.
your hoodie because it smells like you, so I'm keeping it.
You should. Um. Yeah. I. Did that because
Mm-hmm.
I. Uh. We had an issue with a lot of dragons, and I was not sure if everything was gonna be okay. So I wanted you to have some like stuff if like anything would go like very bad at some point. I don't know.
So you weren't gonna say goodbye and you would just leave me money? What is this, a dip and dine?
No, I guess yeah.
I I appreciate the gesture, but I think I deserve better than that.
Yes. Sorry.
Well, I mean, here's your money back, but like don't look at it weirdly if you like maybe some of it is missing.
That's fine.
I took maybe like 5 platinum out of it or something.
That's really fair.
Mama gotta
Yes.
fill her fridge. I'm gonna go back to Sharn, and my fridge is empty. So like, I
Oh,
could use this
yeah.
money to actually stock my
Mhm.
fridge. That would be nice.
We should have said something. I'm very sorry.
Well, did you win?
Just by the way, did they tell Willow yet about what the fuck was happening with Sky and the Oracle, or no? Yeah, no, okay. Um, well, we did like a battle royale some type thing. I don't know. It was weird, and
Like with the
we
Bake
killed
Off,
kind of, but we
but with
were
dragons.
against 5 dragons.
You had to
It
cook
was weird.
dragons.
Had to fight them.
Mm. Wait. Pause. Stop. 5 dragons. Because
Yes.
like I was joking. Oh okay. There
No.
was one thing I was not joking about. I deserve better. You should have told me before.
Yes.
But
Yes, you did
now
deserve
I'm
better.
intrigued. So we should go sit somewhere. Do you want to go to the cat cafe?
Um.
I'm pretty sure they have not yet cleaned that shit up, so we could get some drinks or something. On you,
Um.
because I have no money.
Yes. Yes. It's on me. It's okay. I need to check with my friends because I don't know what they're doing right now. That they were making plans because I just kind of teleported ahead because I didn't want to walk again.
Sure. You do you, your high magic majesty. Don't know why I did that. That was awkward in hindsight. Found it cooler in my head. Anyway, yeah,
Mhm.
I might not have time to do this either. Um, I have to go back to Sharn.
Yes. So I think we also need to like bring Eris to Shard. I think so. Maybe you could like hop on so you don't have to. I don't know how you're gonna get there otherwise, but
I that would be nice. And do you have plans after that?
um, well, there were plans made for me. Um, So I was gonna tell you about this actually, about another thing, but then I talked with my mom, and then another thing came in between. I don't know, it was weird. But apparently, one of the generals of on there talked with my Baron, and now she has enrolled me in a honors program in the um, Leerendar Academy. So in 3 weeks, I'm starting that in Stormhome.
I see.
Yes. The other thing, which I did want to tell you before this, I was told this. Um, so we helped this person, and weirdly enough, she gave us bonds to like houses and stuff, which was a little weird. But I
Oh
am,
yes, you guys helped Demery, right?
yeah.
Yeah, no, my superiors told me about Demery returning. It's
Mhm.
pretty nice.
Um.
Demery is
So
great, by the
I,
way, so.
yeah, she seemed very nice.
Mm.
So I currently own an apartment in Charn. So I was gonna talk to you about like weekend schedules or however we were gonna do that because I can just get there. That's the thing.
Right. So what you're saying is you wanna keep this going.
Yes.
Good, because that's what I wanted to, but I was afraid that you were gonna come here to break up with me.
No.
I
No.
don't I don't know how these things work. It's like a war romance, you know, and sort of like the war is over. So I just figured, you know, you probably had cool important stuff to do. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's nice. We should definitely talk
But
about that.
you're more important than other stuff, so you know.
Facts. So I said it. I did say it. Next time someone compliments me, I'm gonna say facts. Uh, Sure. Well, okay. Yes, I would love to come with your
Mhm.
airship back to Sharn because that'll actually give me a
Yeah.
few days off because my it's gonna take with the train that I'm taking and then the stop I'm
Mhm.
probably gonna have to make and then I'm taking the cheap train because my house is cheap like that.
Mhm.
It would have taken me like probably a week to get back to Sharn
Mhm.
from here. So if I
The
take
train.
if I sort of fly along with your
That's
ship,
it.
it'll save me like
Mhm.
3, 4 days that I can just sort of lay low and hang out in Sharn and not meet
Mhm.
my bosses. Who am I kidding? I'm gonna get to work 4 days earlier. I love my job.
That's
It's
it.
fine.
If that's what you want to do, then
Yeah,
that should what you do.
probably. Alright, when is this ship leaving and how do I get onto the ship?
Um, I have a fuck, what's the name again? I forgot the name. I have a flying skateboard. So
Oh, you have a source land.
yeah.
So do I go now? Is that what you're saying? Because I don't have a source land with me. I have one in Sharn,
Um,
obviously, but it's not really a thing you take with you normally.
yeah, you can take it because we had some stuff still. So I'll just meet you there. I think
Sure.
someone will point you to my room. To you can drop your shit there. It's fine.
You got it, Captain Rondar. All right.
People need to stop calling me that. The second time
I could call
today.
you Milady if you want instead.
No, that's not better.
It is the truth. You should accept facts. All right. Give me that source lad. Give me a kiss. Come here.
Okay,
Kiss, please.
I'm gonna give her the sword hat and then give her a kiss on the cheek. Okay, I'm gonna go find the rest
Yeah.
and fix their Baron problem.
Mhm. See Martina's
Kinder.
face right away. She's like, oh, why is it spicy? Alright, so you find the rest of the group walking into town.
Oi,
Hey.
I was
Hello.
kind of worried you're not even here anymore for some reason.
Well, I'm stupid, but I am that stupid. Never mind.
How are you
No,
feeling after all of this?
a little weird, but mostly fine.
Yeah, that's an accurate description.
So,
So,
So what are
um,
you guys going to do besides
maybe
whatever?
maybe you have an idea. This is Eris talking.
Mm-hmm.
Like my Baron is still dead,
Yes, that's why
and we thought
I'm
about
going to find you guys.
we're thinking about getting the house Ori to get a diamond.
We still have the skull.
Oh,
I think Nix gave it to Kaori because
yeah,
it
I
was
have his
with his
stuff.
things. Yeah.
wait,
So,
why didn't you say so then?
well, I was wondering if we are still on board with getting the Baron back. Like, is that what we want to do? What you want
I
to
don't know,
do?
not my Baron.
I thought
Well,
you wanted to be Baron, Eris.
that's why I asked whether we even want to retrieve the body.
Not
Because I
like,
know you wanted to be a baron.
not like this. This is just if I have the opportunity to help him, I shouldn't just be like
Does he
it
want to
makes me
come
the
back?
bad it makes me the bad guy. We can still figure that out if he doesn't
Mm.
want to come back. I can still take chances, but like if I have the chance to help him or take the place, if I would be like that, I would be the bad guy. I can't do it.
Okay.
No, the bad guy is definitely the harpies and the other people who like killed a bunch of people.
It's just a thing to say. Don't need to take it so seriously.
Well, I think the important thing right now is how is their house going to take it? Because I don't want to have the whole resurrection thing going on all over
I
again.
don't care.
Well,
I could do it. We already they already hate us. It doesn't really matter what they do.
No, I'm not worried about Freyne. I know they hate us. What I mean is, if we resurrect the Baron and then the whole house is gonna say, we don't want the Baron that's been dead for 3 days now, or anything like that.
I mean, they don't
How are they
know,
going to
right?
react?
well,
Do they know? I don't
they
think they
don't.
know.
Like not many people know, and he has the power to just
Do
sweep
they
him under the
know?
rug. I
I don't
guess.
think they know.
Yeah, Kaori.
Technically, Thrain doesn't hate us anymore. Kiri goes into her bag and holds up a note. We get a pardon
Hey.
when you guys
Oh.
were on the train mission.
Okay,
Look at your
that is cool. And we have that done.
Okay, so do you want to start the hate relationship with Freyne all over again?
But Train doesn't have to know. We can just say we're taking the body to Sharn, so he can like, you know.
I don't care for them.
Also, I don't think anyone knows that he died. I didn't know that he
Yeah.
died.
Yes.
Exactly.
Very
So-
like exactly. We can just like fix this. I do not
We
see a
have
problem here.
a
The only person
secretly
who knows
dead Baron.
is these harpies you guys keep talking about that are dead, and
Yeah.
your mom, right, Aries?
Yeah.
And like
But
maybe some other people that were on the train, but I doubt they're gonna go tell the nation of Thrain, all these Breelish noble people that are gonna tell the nation of Thrain that shit happened.
Nah, I don't
Exactly.
think so.
And also it was people from other houses, so I also do not think they really care who's Baron of a different house. Technically.
yeah, it's not like
No.
they get anything out of it. It's
Not
just
their
our
issue.
But-
Really.
but there's only one person who can be Baron except for me, and that is our Baron. So we should just
Let's
do that.
go get
That's
your
a very
boy.
narrow
Alright.
candidate, at least.
Well, I would choose my own successor when it's time.
That's fair.
What do you mean your own
Alright.
successor?
When I'm Baron and I'm too old. Well, I'm still sexy and cool, but still,
Of course. You're gonna choose
Yeah.
a successor?
sure.
Is that
That's
why
not
House
how that
Ori-
works.
Is that how why House Orion is failing?
It's probably
Shut up.
that really the only reason that it's not. Oh my god.
Seriously, I
You
hate
guys.
you all. Oh, I'm so glad this is all over.
All
He's just
right,
getting
Fury will
into
walk over and punch you in the shoulder and break her own fist in the process.
Ow!
Ow! Ow!
Ow!
I should not have fucking done that. I'm sorry.
We
Ah!
just finished one war and you immediately go to fight each other.
Oh yeah,
always
yeah,
been
yeah.
How are
Who
you
are.
not tired?
This has always
House
been a
war.
thing.
Yeah,
this
we're in a
this
war
is how
now.
this works.
You know, Esso,
You
we should
cannot
go-
get tired of
We should go
this.
talk to your wife and see if she'll get you a dog.
Yes.
Absolutely,
You know
you are
what?
getting a
Now
dog.
I'm scared.
Now
And
we
this-
just fought an army of dragons, and you're
and-
scared now.
And you don't understand she's scarier than the
Blink
dragon
twice
queen.
if you need help.
Why? Okay, no, remind me. Why did you marry her again?
Because it was Wednesday.
because she has
You
You-
know that no was an
You
option.
do know that divorce is also an option, and divorce is legal in Thrain. It's legal everywhere. You can get one.
No, look,
too loud.
look.
Yes.
She's
Esso.
scary, okay? I mean, she gave me a pan to beat up a dragon. That's just...
Pen worked fucking well.
It is a
Oh,
good plan.
that's amazing, Pen.
I do need to talk
That's
with her.
amazing,
What she
Fen,
got.
and you don't understand what I go through when I'm... Well, let's say, I may be the sheriff, but I'm not the one who put things into work in the house. Like, I can do things outside the house. Inside the house, if I do something wrong, there's a pen going very rapidly at my head.
That is
That does not sound like a
not
good relationship.
No.
exactly.
Domestic violence, yeah, I know it.
You know, I was
What?
never married, and a lot of people told me that's how it is. So I just
Dumar looks
accepted
over
it.
at Van. No, it's not.
That's not. No.
What?
What is what? It's
I
not how
still
that
want-
is.
I
So.
still want a pan like that.
Have you
What do you need a
considered?
pen for?
Have you
Let's
considered
discuss this
talking
first.
to your wife about the fact that you don't want to live with her anymore, So?
I mean, I want a dog, not to not live
You
with
can get
her.
a dog without her.
Right!
But that's not gonna be the same. Who's gonna take care of the dog when I'm at sheriff office?
But you can take the dog with you. You can train the dog to help
It can
you.
be a sheriff's dog.
Yeah.
That's an idea. I haven't thought of that. Like, you know, normally, from what I heard, people get kids, right? I don't want a kid. I want a dog. Like, with
That's
dog you
fair.
can play,
Yes.
and the child is screaming, and there's
Yes,
a lot
the
of
little,
kids
like,
everywhere.
all these people here.
So you know what? I will stay with you for a little while you sort your things out, and I'm gonna think in my brain how to talk to my wife.
Alright.
Mhm.
So, do a very illegal thing in one country first, and then talk to your wife. Sounds like a good deal.
It sounds like a good deal. The argument for a dog needs to be prepared.
You got this. I believe in you. I'll
You know
even
what? I
inspire
wanted-
you when we get there.
I wanted to bring Dumar from my lawyer, but Gerunda will be there, and that's
Oh, I'm not
like
fighting against the
automatic.
Runda. That is. I just
Yeah.
survived the war. I do not plan on dying today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Me
easy
neither.
to lose.
I cannot
So,
go
like-
against my mother-in-law. That would be very unpolite. I have to invite her to a wedding. I have to keep good relations.
Yet.
That's what you're worried about?
Uh,
Not
I-
Esther's life?
I thought we were talking about me at this point.
I mean, yes. And no.
Yes, Essel's life is obviously as well important,
Mm-hmm.
Aight.
but I cannot make the decision for him.
So who is going to attune to the crystal skull?
Yeah,
I'll do
then-
No, I don't know if
Alright.
you can.
What do you mean I can't?
I don't know how that thing works, bro. I forgot.
I have it open. Don't
No.
worry about it. So who's gonna attune to it?
Gonna rock, paper, scissors. No, I'm kidding.
Gonna do it or should I? I don't care.
I'll do it.
All right. Cool.
New newspaper headline. Hello.
What?
Clearondar
Mm.
Skyon brings back
Oh.
House Ori and Baron.
I
A
can't-
newspaper headline waiting to happen. I love it. Alright, excellent. So, you attune to the Crystal Skull. You guys go to the Chapel of the Silver Flame. It's now, like I said, it was already sunset when the whole thing went off.
Mhm.
It's been about an hour, so, the sun has set. You can see all throughout the center of Salvation, various, light poles have been lit. And you see definitely some light still shining from inside the chapel. The people are definitely still there.
So we try to get the body out first before we do this. Otherwise, we are in trouble.
Yeah, sure. He's my Baron.
Yep.
I'll just say I'm, getting into Sharn, taking the train or whatever. Yeah, and I'll just go in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many people saw the Baron when you guys came into town?
Garunda.
A lot of people in the
Then-
church.
Yeah.
Some church people.
I
wonder if they know who that is. Like,
I mean, I
maybe
think
the
they
church
did.
people personally saw the
Didn't
Baron.
they like ask him a bunch of questions?
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Did these people kill you?
Yeah.
They did not trust us. I don't know why. We did so
We
much
looked
good
so
for them.
trustworthy.
Oh, I know why they didn't trust you. They're from Thrain, and you're with us, with me as Nyx. So
That's discrimination. I did nothing
yeah,
wrong.
this was technically after we had been pardoned, but I have not been throwing that around that we've been pardoned because I could use this.
Yeah, that's fair. Listen, I did nothing wrong. I made a puzzle with Jayla. I feel like I should not be hated on this much.
I
Yeah.
just like that in the end we are not hated.
Sure. All right, let's fucking get your Baron and go dip and divine.
Dip and divine. It's not even divine.
Yeah,
So,
it really isn't
Do you know
divine.
whose skull this is?
I don't know.
So it might be divine.
I mean, it's working. Anything like her.
All right.
Well, then.
If it
You walk
works,
in,
it
you
works.
see two clerics whom you do not recognize.
Wonderful.
One of them
Hello.
goes, "Hail! How can we help you
Hello.
today?"
We brought in a corpse to have a gentle repose cast on them to not get undead and shit.
Mhm.
And I'm from the House Orion. He's
I'm gonna
also from the
take him
House
back.
Orion, and we need to take him to our
Yes.
home.
Walks over to a nearby desk, pulls out some paperwork. We've not received paperwork to release any corpses from our custody, to be honest.
Well, he's from our
Oh,
home.
we brought him in, so
we didn't sign any paperwork when you brought them in. There must have been kind of a mess in your paperwork because we did not receive any confirmation of you obtaining the body either.
You see him look very confused at the other guy who also looks confused back, and they're like, "Is this part of the paperwork? I'm actually not sure if this is part of the paperwork." And they sort of shrug and they go, "Okay, well, all the corpses are in the back. Choose one."
All
Dumar,
right.
at the same time, they are looking at each other. Dumar looks at Kaori. Is this part of the paperwork?
No.
Eris just goes in and looks for
let's
the
go
Baron.
find your Baron.
Pick a corpse, any corpse.
Comes in the corpse. Free day trial.
Kaori, by the way, stayed outside, but as you talk to her and she speaks back, they both sort of look where the voice is coming from, and as they see Kaori, they both sort of, like, their face changes, right? And then they both shut up
Good.
and sort of stare at you guys, but don't say anything else.
Better. Pardon. Yeah, I'm looking for Quanti Dorian.
Sure. You see a bunch of corpses, one of them is Quanti.
So always going over and taking off the cloth from the face. Nah.
I was just sure we don't like get one for a 3-day trial or something.
Maybe you can find a better Baron.
While he's in there looking for the corpse, and he just says to himself, What has my life become? No. No. Oh. Just looking around.
Oh, this looks familiar.
Mhm. Right, you do find the Baron. I'm not gonna. There's no friggin' roles involved in this
Yeah.
shit. It's the epilogue. Sure.
Yeah.
So where do you want to take your Baron?
You're where we taking
Thanks.
him.
And just bring him out. And all right. So, some place where we are
Shady
not.
shit.
As you go to
Templar.
walk out, actually, I
Temple
will
of the
say
Traveler.
one of them walks up to you, Eris, sort of privately, right before you're all the way out, and just goes, "Sorry, man, I didn't mean to give you a hard time with the paper. I didn't know you would be traveling with her. Like, I wouldn't have given you a hard time if I had known. I'm so sorry. Please don't tell anyone that we were sort of giving you a hard time, okay?"
Sure. And just
Thanks. He sort of awkwardly does it back. He's like, "Thanks."
yeah. You're welcome. Just walks out. And then, he goes out.
Willow
and-
might have seen this because of lip reading. So
She
I'll
could
leave
care
that-
less.
and
I'll
they
leave that up
did
to
they
you. Yeah.
they did nod towards Kaori.
Yes.
And while we're out and out of earshot, it's like, what the hell did you do with these guys?
What do you mean?
These, I don't know. They like
I think
he was just like, oh, sorry
it-
that we gave you a
it's
hard.
her dad.
What?
Her dad, probably. I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, of course.
Sure.
House stuff. Yeah. All right.
Anyway, where
So a place
go?
where we have a little
Shady shit.
privacy.
Temple of the Traveler.
How about our ship?
Private.
Our ship is. very
Lauren's
private.
on the ship. I'm not bringing out that body on the ship.
Well,
She fought in the war. She's seen dead bodies before.
Not me racing a dead body before. That's a
Well, that's first
different
after a thing,
conversation.
isn't it?
let's do it in my room. So who cares?
Alright.
I don't even see it. All right. Can you pour us something, or do we have to go?
No, I do not have the magic for that. I used the last one to get here because I did not feel like
Eris, how far can you fly if you rage right now?
walking.
Almost like with the help of Vaughn,
can-
which he will give him if he needs
Mm.
to, like 1,000 feet.
Oh, you got
Nice.
this. You can
I
just fly
can-
there.
And he's like, "Hey Vaughn, can you help me out with that boost again?" Like, all right, it will take him like it's only a minute. Hurry up. Okay, why?
I can
Why? It just sprints off. Yo!
I can get polymorph and carry one normal person and a small person.
Eris is already gone.
Yeah, but we still
Dumar
have.
is taking out his swordsland.
Yeah, so-
taking his
You can
dive.
fly.
So you want to ride a giant bird?
And Vaughn is I have to wait until he's up there. Oh, he's already up there. Okay,
Mhm.
I can fly as well.
Vanessa, do you want to ride a giant bird? Does that sound like something you would like to do, or
No.
do like not cool with that?
No, it's okay. I'm just
So, are
cast
you
fly.
coming along to Sharn? Hello, SO?
Oh no!
Sorry, I just zoned out.
Yeah,
That's
thanks.
okay.
It did not register what I was saying. Esso, are you coming
Thinking
to
about his
Sharn?
wife.
Are you coming along with us?
Wait, why are we going
I can
to
always
Charlotte
drop you
again?
back here. That's
Well,
always
we're
an
going to Sharn. That's the whole thing. Like, are you coming with us onto the airship, or is this where we sort of say it was nice seeing you, see you around? But
I
we'll
will
see
go.
You, we'll see you for the party in 2 weeks for sure. But like
Mhm.
right now, you know.
I mean, I can go to Shan. Like, the war's over. What can I have
So
to
you
here
are gonna
do
dip and
about the
dine?
Shan? You know what?
I want to
It's
remind you, you're a sheriff in Salvation.
You have a job.
Yeah, but like, eh.
This
Look,
isn't
I might
just because you made it a voluntary job doesn't mean this is a mandatory occupation here.
You have a point, and I don't like that.
But you still have like other people who are taking care of it, right?
Well, not if you just dip and dine.
I mean, we can get there, take a long rest, and I can teleport you back. It's no.
I mean, if you give me like an hour, I can go to Sharon with you. If I come
You have
back
an hour.
with a pen shaped like my face, you know what happened?
Oh dear.
Yikes. All
Do
right.
you
Well,
want me to come along?
we'll see you in
Are
an
you
hour.
sure
No.
you're okay?
It was nice
Do you want a
meeting you.
shield?
Yeah, do you want a shield? I have a spare. I don't.
Yeah. I mean, do you all really need shields now that we
Well, I
just
cannot
defeated
use
a
it
horde of
anymore, so
dragons?
maybe I could fence it and get some money out of it. I think I'll do that.
This shield has fought a dragon
The
3
shield,
times.
exactly.
Oh, you mean the shield with the big ass Erenol logo on it? You know, the country that Breland is almost at war with and was having peace meetings with when the train got attacked?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
exactly that
I'm not
one. What
fencing
about
it in Breland. That's
Oh,
stupid.
yeah.
Now that we have time, you can give me some time and I can try to remove these symbols and make it presentable to sell.
Nah, you know, the thing is, with antiques, at least that's what I've been told,
Antique.
allegedly, if you have like shit with cool markings on it, it's worth a lot more money than just a plain shield.
Well, I think it's more the enchantment on the shield than the design.
No,
But sure,
people pay a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
money for design.
Anyway,
Allegedly.
it's the epilogue
Alright.
episode, so this means that Esso's gonna go talk to wifey. Right?
No, the
Are you-
wifey.
Are you
Yeah.
going by yourself or did someone offer to come?
I offered but was turned down.
Alright, you got it. So as you show up to the house, you hear the sound of dishes being done inside. Because it's been maybe 2
So
hours, so
like,
she definitely had dinner, chilled out for a little bit, and is now doing dishes.
so we'll like quietly come inside.
Karma is my boyfriend. Karma is a god. Karma is the reason my hair on the weekend. Karma is a relaxing thought.
It's not.
And so we'll just come to the kitchen and be like, so? And raise the pan.
Turn around with her freaking scrubber thing, dishwash cleaner thing. Turns around, points it at you. You get splattered with dirty dishwater.
Oh, it's you. Hello,
Thanks.
hello, sweetheart. I didn't know that you. Hang on, let me get you a towel. There you go. I didn't know you'd be coming home already. What's up?
I just killed a dragon with this pen, and I think because I killed a dragon, I deserve a dog.
Well, I have a surprise for you. Hang on,
Yeah?
stay here.
And then she comes back with a rolled up piece of parchment.
Yeah. And so we grab it like skeptically. He's like, what? And
All right. You immediately recognize the scroll has a seal on it. Like she knows what's in this because she clearly requested this, but she hasn't read it herself. And it is a seal with a what's it called? A hippogriff on it, which is the symbol of House Fidalis, who are sort of the house that train animals. And she goes,
Actually, the first time when you requested that you really wanted a dog and I sort of turned it down because my arguments made more sense than your arguments, I actually messaged them and I asked if they have any police dogs in training that they might be willing to send to a town in need. So, what does it say? What does the letter say?
I will read the letter.
sure, letter says, Dear Miss Garunda, because Garunda is obviously the one that requested this, we would be happy to provide your small town at the border of Breland with a trained police dog. This dog will be with you within, from the date of arrival of this letter, within a week, depending on our availability. We understand you have requested a very large dog, and it's specifically written as a very large dog that might be rideable for a small creature. We can definitely provide this. I was about to write up a facture, what's that called? Like a payment plan. I was about to write up a payment plan, but I have been informed by the government of Breland to waiver the costs, so your dog will be free of charge. Yours truly, and then the name from someone in House Fidalis.
This will be like a moment of silence, just holding up the letter. this will be like
It was gonna be a
and
surprise
this
when the dog got here, but then you sort of wanted to talk about it again, so I wanted to. Surprise! We're getting a
that will
dog.
be a hug. The huggiest hug. A hug would I can make that a sentence. But that will be like a tight hug and just skipping around the house like a happy child because there will be a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
And
already
be
talked
like,
to my mom, and she's gonna build us a shed that's gonna be attached to the house for the dog to sleep in because it's not gonna fit in here.
I mean, so like looks around and he's like,
This is a gnome-sized house, right? This is the
yeah.
this is the large dog does not fit in this house.
Well, we can always get another like small dog later on, like Pochi.
Eh, yeah, maybe. I like this idea of a very well-trained dog by a house that I trust. Not to say that Pochi is not very well trained. Pochi is a very good dog, but
I know I got him myself for the war. Pochi is very well trained.
yes, you're very lucky to find a good trained dog at a shelter.
What can I say? I'm a lucky guy.
Right,
A lucky one.
that's what you keep saying. Alright, anyway, so here I have your task of tomorrow to do things.
And she pulls out a little to-do thing.
I was informed by multiple residents on the east side of the town that some stuff has been going on and some of their things have gone missing. So you might want to check that out.
And she starts sort of going over all these sheriff tasks that you have to do within the next week, probably.
So it's like, how are the things missing?
Well, you see, we're not sure yet because there's no signs of breaking, and because I already sort of went over and asked them some questions. But you're the sheriff, so you should do the investigating. I actually am busy tomorrow helping my mom.
Oh, alright, alright. Well, I'm gonna go tell the others that I will not coming with them because. And so just looks at this to-do list and is like, God damn.
Yeah, you should tell them that you're not coming because you have a job and a life and a wife and a dog pretty soon and a house and a city to take care of. You have a bunch of reasons not to go with them.
Damn, how this happened so quickly.
It happened because you showed up on the Wednesday. I love you. Now go tell them that you're not coming.
And this will come and say, well, guys, have a happy visit to Shorn.
Oh, you're not coming?
Sadly, I have
So
things to do.
the dip and dine didn't work.
The dip and dine didn't work.
How
That's
weird.
okay.
We'll
Wait,
see.
you're telling me that you're saying because you're a sheriff of a town? No
We'll
way.
see you.
No, because a dog will be coming.
We'll see
We'll
you.
see
Oh,
you.
you're getting a
What?
dog.
Really?
That's
Yeah,
great.
I'm gonna get a dog!
Oh my god, you
Nice.
should bring the dog.
What are you gonna name him?
Yes.
That's an important question, and I will be.
Thinking about it for
So once
days.
again, looks at the to-do task and be like, this stuff is a secondary plan. The first plan is to get a name for the dog.
All right. Well, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Stay safe, okay?
You too. You have usually gotten into trouble whenever you are.
It's the trouble
That's
that
not
seeks
our
us,
fault.
not us getting it. Exactly.
And that is over now.
We just had like a
Very-
very big device that people really wanted, and we did not do anything to hide it, and that might be one of the issues.
I
Thinking
mean,
about it.
still, the oracle is gone, but like I don't know if the oracle brought you trouble or is it just your aura that brings
No, definitely
trouble.
the Oracle. Everyone
Yeah.
wanted the damn thing. It's ridiculous.
I mean,
Paladins, vampires.
Not all
Either
politics
way.
are bad.
Government, the
Government.
church,
Church of England.
everyone.
Name 3 parties that did not want the Oracle that we
we
met.
did
Yeah.
not want it.
Number 1.
Yes.
That's a good question.
I guess technically the dragons didn't want it in the end.
Not anymore.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
think- I don't know.
The wizards from Arenal, they didn't want it. They just
just
from
wanted to
Undair.
know
The
about
wizards
it.
from Undair. They just had
Yeah.
questions, but they didn't want to have it.
No. They just wanted to know.
Maybe the dwarfs from the Mroorhold, did they want to have it?
I don't know.
The Dream Eater, that orc lady,
Did not want it.
they didn't want it.
She wanted us to get
How
the
many
fuck
guys
out,
did you meet?
basically.
Yeah.
Too many.
Why not?
We had dinosaurs.
We're really
We have
grasping
dinosaurs.
We have
straws.
dinosaurs.
Did Trezul, the bad guy, want to have it?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, he did.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, because
Trezul?
Emerald Claw.
Oh,
The bad
yeah,
guy.
Yeah, yeah.
You didn't tell me about a Trezul yet.
Maybe later. Let's get your Baron resurrected.
That was smart. Eris is on the ship.
Alright,
Good
let's go
luck.
get Eris resurrected. But yes, Dressel was an Emerald Claw person.
Oh.
Kinda sucked. Like a lot. He had really big dookie.
He did drop sick dookies.
Yeah.
Alright. So you guys go back to the ship, get the Baron set up somewhere. Eris is currently attuned to the skull.
No, it's Willow that wanted to.
Oh, it is Willow, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
we're posting a headline.
Excellent. Alright. So you cleared the board game room. You cleared the table. There's still a half-made puzzle that your grandpa had been doing on the table right now. But he goes, "No, it's fine. Just clear the table. It's fine." So you clear the table. Yeah, the floor is yours. Willow, how do you want to go about this?
I'll place it on his chest and kind of like put his hands on it and put mine above it, and just kind of go like, I'm definitely aware that this is very weird for me to be doing this, but I also know that shit's in shit right now, and they need someone who has been doing this for a while and understands, and your family would appreciate it for you to be here. Am I missing anything, Iris? Do you want to say anything?
Just about you telling him that I'm not good enough to be parent, but yeah, no, it's okay.
That's not what I'm telling him. So
That's clearly not what she said. Says the Baron.
He's dead. He's still dead.
Immediately.
That was quick.
It's like, that's not what he said.
Oh.
Welcome back, Baron.
Hello.
Who paid for this? We don't
No
have
one
the
did.
money for
It's a
this.
long story.
Oh, pocket it real quick.
You know, the mission you sent me on, it has its benefits.
Wait, have you been
Friend.
accepting external money without informing the house?
No. I've
What
No,
been
it's not
money?
about the
along-
money. It's
yeah,
not.
it's abilities. We didn't need to pay for it. Really.
Nobody spent a cent on your revival.
That's
No.
not what I asked.
I've been cataloging every cent I've got.
Wait, what did Eris say? I have?
I've been cataloging every gold I've made. I said cent I've got, but we are not.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen these logs. Have you sent them?
No, not yet.
I'm gonna back out of the room.
It was, sir. It was war.
Eris.
It was.
My title is Lord. Also, thank you for bringing me back to life.
Got it. Goodbye.
So anyway, where are you going after this? Did you already have plans, or do you need me to assign you something?
Actually, I'm sorry, I have to go out of character. What was the city again with the
Charn.
tower? With the tower?
Road. No.
No, it was
No.
K something.
I don't know. You wrote it down
Come
somewhere.
on, note
Yes.
takers. Where
No,
are your
wait.
notes now?
No. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second.
We talked
Korf.
about this
I
It was
know
Korf.
yesterday.
it. Yeah, it was
Korf. Final answer, Korf.
Korth. Korth. Korth.
A cacophony of voices are in my head. I've been thinking about resigning to Korth because I want to do more for the house, and I think I can be of more help there. Together with my Yuri Dorian, we're thinking about going to Korth. If you're okay with it, obviously, Lord.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Do you want to get like a different job, or you want to keep working for the house?
I'm thinking about. I want to work for the house, but maybe a little bit different, like different times. Maybe I need to prepare for this talk. I didn't yet.
Like, do you want a job in politics, or do you want a job as a courier? Because I can get you either.
Oh no, I don't want to do politics. Politics suck. Sorry.
Right, but you said you wanted to do more for the house.
I
And
can do
being
more
a
of a
courier,
courier.
we can get 16-year-olds to be couriers.
They're not as fast as me.
Yet.
Nobody will. I'm the fastest. And you know what, sir? My lord.
You know, I like you. I think you'd do well in politics. People need a naysayer sometimes.
I might punch people when they're too talkative.
This is why you have Yuri with you, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Yuri well. I like him.
But maybe you could consider giving Yuri a job in politics. He's very smart. Really smart. If he wants to. I don't want to talk for him, but
I'm pretty sure he already did a test once, didn't he?
I think so.
Pretty sure he bailed it, or well, balled it, so.
Yeah. It's a personal thing, to be truly honest. Like, maybe we both can... Maybe we can... Like I said, I have to prepare for a talk like this and maybe talk with Yuri as well before I decide stuff now.
No, Eris. I'm a very, very busy man. Actually, I don't know how long I have been dead, but I need to go.
Sir, we've just resurrected you with no repercussion, and my friends did all they could do to do that. I do demand a little bit of patience just for this once, my lord. Eris is obviously holding back tears.
You would do well in politics. Come find me in Korth when you're done. And he just waves his hand and a blue portal opens behind him. Peace. And he just falls backwards.
You'll get very nauseous if you do that. Okay.
Falls backwards into the portal. Yeah. And then the portal closes.
Eris takes a few steps away. Just...
Oh, honey.
Vomit everywhere.
Okay.
Disgusting.
Step out.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll
Proud of you, but I'm stepping out. No.
It's in the bucket. I weirdly have a lot of buckets.
I mean, you're
Okay.
fast enough to get a bucket.
Thank you, Willow, for doing that.
You got it.
Whew,
Why is your
okay.
parents so nice? It's so unfair.
He's cool as hell.
Yeah.
Like
My
he's
parents
the
pretty
coolest.
chill.
I told
least from what I've heard.
from the beginning. I told you he's the coolest. But no, Eris just talks stupid stuff.
I thought you wanted to be Baron. Why did you turn down a job in politics?
Didn't yet. I didn't want to give Yuri the possibility of.
I mean, you could do a tag team, you know?
He declined a seat at a politics table before to work with me, and I don't want this to happen again. So I need to talk with him first.
That's nice.
Aww.
Anyway, when is the ship leaving?
I'm gonna go ask whoever is handling the ship right now.
Alright.
And I'm taking this out. It goes away with a bucket.
Just don't pour it out of the ship. There are people below us.
Okay.
Try the toilet.
Sure, you go into the captain's quarters. You see his grandpa.
Hey.
Oh, Willow, don't tell anyone.
Hey.
I'm technically too old to fly the ship, but they don't know that.
There also does like a bunch of shit.
Your dad is taking a nap.
You should take a nap.
Don't tell anyone. Alright, where are we going, my little storm?
We are going to Sharn.
Alright, you got it. Plotting a course for Sharn. Beep, beep, boop, boop. Alright. After about 2 hours of flying, Kaori comes up to you, Willow, and says, I thought, weren't we gonna... I think Flamekeep's that way.
Oh, fuck. Yes.
Yup.
Grandpa!
Yes, what's up?
I forgot a thing. We were going to Flamekeep to Sharn. Because Kaori wanted to go to Sharn. Give Flamekeep first. Sorry.
Alright.
Hello crew, this is Captain Leondar speaking. Everyone hold on to something. We're turning the ship around.
Gumar holds Van. Which is
Matt,
not smart, but...
Alright, and you start flying the other way. This is Captain Leon Dar. Please, Willow, come to the captain's quarters. Thank you. About an hour later.
I'll go to the captain's quarters.
Yes, Willow, I have a call for the captain of the ship, which is clearly you right now.
Which is clearly not me.
Be your dad. You can disguise yourself, right?
Yes, I can
Alright,
do that.
do that. Hello?
She will mimic his voice because she has the actor feat. So.
Sure. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello, this is Thranish Air Force Security. You have entered Thranish airspace. We would like identification on your vehicle, your captain, and your captain ID.
What did she ask? Sorry, my brain is not comprehending anything.
Do you want to ask her to repeat herself?
No.
Grandpa writes some numbers down and holds it up to you on a note.
This is Alexander Lirandar on the Hurricane. And the numbers.
Alright. Are you scheduled for flying in Thranish airspace right now? Because I'm not seeing it on the schedule.
Not currently, no, but we have some important passengers who would like to go home, I guess.
Alright, please inform us of their identity so that we can report it to the correct authorities.
Lucar de Medani, Kaori de Medani.
You're good, and they hang up.
Wonderful.
We have visited this restaurant in 5 weeks. I'm Kerry Medani. Please see it this way.
Alright. Hang on. Now I need to go to the map to actually see. I don't care how long it takes. A few hours later, you guys arrive at Flamekeep. It's the epilogue. It's a narrative story, you guys. You arrive in Flamekeep sometime on the timeline. Probably, maybe help with the coffin. You see as you arrive on the dock of Flamekeep itself, in the center of the city. There's a long row of people, all dressed in like regalia of the Silver Flame, very formal, waiting to receive you.
Are we sure we didn't fuck up with the Baron again?
Eris is probably holding the coffin, like at least helping. Like, I know. Do we
Dumar
fight
is also
again?
Dumar is also helping with the coffin. I do hope we do not have to fight them, and we just got pardoned.
Kaori's dad walks onto the deck of the ship. You see he is wearing full plate armor, also very like formal wear. Kaori's at his side, still wearing sort of, you know, her battle ready clothes, but definitely done up just a little bit at least. And as they exit, everyone just sort of solemnly nods. Like everyone that's along sort of the docking bay sort of just nods as they pass by, as the coffin passes by, and they don't lift their heads until you've fully passed by with your group, and then sort of start following you into the Cathedral of Flamekeep, which is where Lucar is leading you at least. And you see sitting on a very large throne a small girl who's currently combing the mane of a My Little Pony.
Yes.
You see someone lean over and whisper something into her ear, which Willow picks up as, "My lady, you should really put that away for now." These people are, "Oh yes, of course." She sort of like puts it on her side on the throne, so it's right next to her on the throne. Like it has its own little seat right there next to her.
I approve of this.
Honored heroes of the War of the Mornland, Flamekeep is glad to receive you.
Hang on, I don't remember the rest. As she pulls up this pink fluffy notebook and sort of starts
Aw.
going through it. As you know, I'm Keeper Jayla, and I'm
Cheto.
honored to have you back. I hope that you received my pardon. Pardon?
You make her
Yes,
so
of course
cute
it is.
all of a sudden. What the hell?
I hope
She's
that
so
you-
adorable.
I hope she was always this cute in my
She was
head.
always like this.
Really? That?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
I hope that you received my pardon well and in good health.
Why is that in here? One of them is not here. That seems kind of rude. And she looks over at one of the cardinals, and one of the cardinals goes, "I'm so sorry, my lady. I'm so sorry. It was a pre-written. I just sort of. All right. You don't. I don't know how to punish you, but something will happen to you. No candy for a week. All right. So.
Ooh, that's harsh.
We're very honored to have you back, and we want you to know that you are always welcome in the city of Flamekeep and anywhere in the nation of Thrain, as long as you have proper identification.
Cool.
Why is that in here? It's them. They're heroes.
Well, I mean, anyone could pretend to be them. So if they don't have identity. Okay, I guess that's a good point. You get his candy. So.
That's cool.
The more is putting years of diplomatic raising up to not laugh right now
This
as
is
he
sort of,
holds the coffin.
that's technically the end of the speech, but I feel like
It's not quite finished. As she sort of yeets the notebook off to the side.
I feel like it's sort of not finished because
Nyx isn't here, and that's not right because Nyx is really nice. So we should probably put the coffin somewhere nice. Because I was told about the spell, and Nyx should be back, right? So we're gonna have a celebration in 120 days. So
Yes.
you're all welcome here for a large celebration, a feast of light and happiness, and you're all pardoned. I don't know. That's kind of the end of it, but I did want to mention that I'm very sad that Nyx is not here right now.
Yeah. Sucks.
He's did a great thing. And I think I speak for all of us when I see that. We are happy to see him being greeted with such honors.
Of
Because he
course.
deserves every last of them.
Yes. Well, he is. You know that I have been informed by the voice of the flame that Nyx is in fact chosen.
Makes sense.
That's fair.
It does make sense.
It's like the strongest guy.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Feast when he's back. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, if he's chosen, he's technically a saint, so we will have a feast in his honor.
Oh,
Damn.
so. Oh, wow. And I thought we were powerful.
I'm friend with a saint. Nobody
Do
can
we
say
have to
that.
call him Saint when he's back?
No,
Saint
No.
Nix?
no, absolutely not. I'm not doing that.
Do I get unpardoned if I call him Buddy?
I'm
Can you
confused,
insult
I'm
us?
confused by your questions, but you're welcome at Flamekeep anytime.
With a proper identification. Thank you.
Correct. We are also glad to welcome back the members of House Madani who have served our church faithfully for a very long time.
They already have titles and are not allowed to accept more titles. So that's about it for them. Sorry. And then Kaori just goes, it's okay. And Lucas goes, that's how it works.
There's just a hand on the shoulder. Sorry. So close.
We are glad to at least have one chosen of the flame here with us, and then we will have two shortly.
Alrighty.
Where should we? You
Oh,
said you
yes.
have a nice place, yeah.
You guys show them to the place. They both nod. And then she... Also, hang on. Before you guys go, and she walks over to another little stack of books that she has, I would love for you to write in my vriendenboekje.
Yes. Give me that.
We would love to.
Haven't done that since school, sure.
Alright. I'm very glad that this draconic concept of vriendenboekje is universal. It transcends language. Alright, so you all fill out her
Yeah.
vriendenboekje.
That's draconic. I thought it was just jibber jabber.
Meanwhile,
Vriendenboekje.
one of these spires of Flamekeep has this beautiful sort of domed stained glass ceiling, so the entire room is sort of bathed in this sort of rainbow pink bluish light. And you can see that there's sort of a space set out in the center of this room where you can place the coffin.
I'll do so.
Kiori sort of kneels next to it, and she says, well, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks at the party in Rote.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's
Are you
weird.
sure you want? Oh, we probably have to stay here. I know, it just feels weird to go our separate ways. For all this time.
Well, it's not. We'll see each other later, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but
There's a party in 2 weeks. Listen. Our job is done. And now we get to do what we want to do ourselves. Well, you guys get to. And I do whatever my house wants to do. And so does Willow.
it's still weird.
it is.
You will come to the party, right?
Yes, I will be there.
I never can read you. I don't know if you mean that.
I think that's part of the job description.
Yeah. Okay,
Well,
Ori.
But we're
It is what
friends,
makes me
so
good at
I
my
believe
job.
you.
Yeah. Here.
Mm-hmm.
I have a horse puzzle for Jada. Could you give it to her?
Oh, sure. Why didn't you give it to her before?
I didn't know there were these weird, scary men, and they're.
You know, I'm technically a saint, but I'm not allowed to accept titles. So, you know, I could just walk in there and get this arranged for you.
That's
How
cool.
how do you get it? Well,
What do you
I'm
mean?
so
What is
confused.
your question? My lord,
Mm.
ear share.
Please don't do that.
It is
Saint
cute.
Kaori.
Lady
She's not allowed to
Medani for
accept
you.
that
Yes.
title, yeah.
And
So are you a
bad.
saint or are you a Medan?
Members of
Madame.
house cannot accept titles or lands, so it is just
So-
Lady the Medani for you.
We can't?
We can also technically not buy land, but that's a
What?
technicality.
That sucks. Why did nobody tell me that? God damn it.
Well,
so am I
we're
getting
not
all of
taking
your
it very serious, to
houses
be fair.
Oh, we're
or
allowed
No.
to own a house. We're just not allowed to own land.
Yeah, but then again,
Also, in Sharn, you're not really owning a house. You're owning a space in like any land. You're owning a space in air, technically, because it's
Not,
definitely
no.
not
Yeah.
the ground.
no.
not
Which
even
is
that for
fine.
me.
It's just what
Actually.
I would prefer, yes.
I never
Technically-
It's
actually
more
owned
like
it.
you're not allowed to be like a count or lord or like a
Yeah.
of a piece of land. It's not like you're not allowed to own a house. My parents own a house.
We own the house.
Yeah.
at times like that I'm really glad I'm not of a house.
But
It's
then
very
again,
complicated
What
and
were
very
you,
Yeah.
what
controlling
were you
manner.
gonna ask, Dumar?
Oh yeah, about those titles.
Oh, okay. So has your question
Yeah.
been answered?
Yeah, it was.
Hmm.
So you're a saint, but not officially because you're also Medani.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think technically because of the magic that Nyx used on me, I became a chosen by extension. Because I technically have
Nice.
Nyx's magic, and that sort of means that because he's chosen, that I'm technically also chosen. So, oops.
Like,
It's like
Saint,
buy one get one free.
saint
That
by
that feels about
technicality.
right.
That is
Yeah.
my new WhatsApp stat. I'm technically a saint.
it can be worse.
Oh yes, definitely.
But
Anyway, you guys should probably go because the longer you stay here, the more I want to come with you.
Dumar just hugs her. See you
We're
in
back.
2
See you in 2 weeks.
weeks.
Yeah, not saying bye, so you have to come to the party.
Otherwise, I'll just come get you.
Okay, bye, Eris.
I have a teleportation
See you,
circle here.
Carrie.
All right.
Damn it, I said bye, and he turns around and goes.
And then you guys fly off to Sharn, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where do you guys go when you dock in Sharn? Sharn definitely has a sky dock. So,
Well, there's probably the skydock, and we can
Uh-huh.
hang at my parents' place.
get a burger.
Yeah.
The sandwich. It's the best place. And
Sandwich.
our house is not small, so we can all fit there and chill there and whatever.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I mean, the real estate that you received is 500 gold, which is like in Sharn, that's a small apartment. In
We
the
could
other two
check-
cities, that's a pretty nice apartment.
We
Yeah,
could
it's
check
not
out.
mine. Eris doesn't
We
have
could check
anything.
out my apartment though. It's somewhere here. I don't know where.
So what I understand is the four of you that are left in the gang are gonna just hang out and be tourists in Sharn for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
At some
Yeah.
point, Dumar would make sure that every one of them has something proper to wear for a party. So would drag them shopping if he has to.
Eris would come.
I should probably also check in Stormhome meantime. Because something with uniforms or something. I don't know.
Mhm.
And Eris would contact Yuri to tell him we're in Sharn, going back to Road. Maybe you should go there as well if you don't have an invitation yet.
Sure. And so, 2 weeks from that date, a celebration, like I said, is held in Rhodes. You're all invited to bring a +1. Yuri will definitely attend. You see that there is a Thranish delegation which has both Kiri's dad and Kiri in it. As soon as Lucar and Alexander spot each other, they walk up to each other and do the secret handshake.
Oh my god.
They're bros.
Like,
Jasper, you want to say
Eris-
something?
No.
So sure? Because your
Eris
mouth
and
made a
Yuri-
shape that sounded like a word. Yeah, act like you don't know what I'm talking about. Sure, I have it on recording. Play back the clip now. I'm too lazy to do that. All right. Everyone looks beautiful. Yuri is there. He, well, we'll have a little chat with you, Eris. So we're gonna move to Korth.
Yeah, like we said.
You're the best, my guy.
No,
I had heard
you are.
rumors that the Baron had died, but that's not true then. Don't tell me. Okay, I know enough. I see a lady over there. I'm gonna go dance with her. When I come back, you get us some drinks, okay?
So you mean when you come back in an instant? Sure.
Fuck you. All right.
Got a potty mouth, young man. He'll just get drinks.
All right. And then I have a question. Where do we see everyone? 120 days from the day that you defeated the dragons. What has everyone been up to in the past 120 days? As you're likely gathering in Flamekeep, is my guess, and everyone would go.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do we start? Who will
Yeah.
start?
Who starts?
Who starts?
Roll dice. Whoever rolls lowest starts.
What dice are we
Marcus is
rolling?
rolling.
So I can just
Rubik's Cube.
What
Okay,
dice
what
are we
dice?
rolling?
I don't have a dice right now. I'll just open up roll 20.
D20?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, fucking course.
And the curse remains.
Well, it's not a 1.
It's not a one. We're doing so great.
I don't think there's more than, well,
Mm.
Essos. Yeah, Nix, what are you doing?
Yeah, what's Nick's doing?
Learning new language.
He's in the
Yeah,
Undermountain.
learning.
He's in the Undermountain in Waterdeep, just fighting the mad wizard. Like,
All right.
Okay,
you think you're strong,
everybody
wizard?
rolled so low.
Yeah.
Yet everybody rolled different number.
What has Dumar been doing in the past 120 days?
Dumar has tried to take a nap on the opportunity presented to him by the ambassador on train and get some sort of a diplomatic office between New Sire and Brilliant. He is focused on establishing the relationships between the country, but also making sure that Siren people, the refugees, have the life that they deserve, and that New Sire is an actual city they can live and thrive in, and not just a refugee camp. So that is his main priority.
Sure. So for the next 120 days, Dumar would be working closely together with Pater, who is also the ambassador the other way around, right? So he is the Brelish ambassador traveling to Sire, and he would be sort of the Siren ambassador traveling to Breland. So you're working closely together with each other, trying to establish this, which is obviously not a thing that's going to be established in a year or even in 5 years. It's a very long process. But they have a good person at the helm of this process, which is not just Peter, who is very charming, but also Dumar, definitely. So that would be 120 days, sort of just, what's your main thing that you've been working on? Esso rolled a 4. So what has Esso been doing for the past 120 days?
Probably keeping up with the sheriff job. Usually pushing it aside as much as he can just to play with the dog because that was his dream all along.
The dog does not play. This is a police dog.
Police dog
Um,
away.
Police dog can play.
Yeah, it plays sometimes.
There's
What kind of dog is it?
I mean, I think like either Rottweiler or like German Shepherd. It's like big dogs.
Sure.
Big dog.
Big dog. And I think Essa will catch more time with his wifey. After all, maybe take her to vacations after some stuff is settled.
Sure. Because the thing is, right, this is how I imagine it, is like Garunda definitely very much loves Esso and is happy in this marriage. So she's just vibing. If Esso doesn't say anything, she's not saying anything.
I mean, Essa's happy too. He was confused at first because, wow, that's a Wednesday.
Alright, well, it's good to hear that Esso is happy in his marriage. After 120 days. Alright. And then we have Willow.
Well, obviously, the academy.
Hmm.
Um,
How do you imagine it's been going?
okay, I guess. It's not like super excited to be there, but also not hating it completely. It's more I wanted a break, but I'm not saying no to this very nice offer. As been stated, she's fencing some items because, however, her mom has given up on the house. She has not. So.
So you're getting the house redone. Also, you guys
Yeah.
had the airship that you stole, like the red worm. Willow's mom has fully claimed this ship. Like she flew off to the hospital and then just kept it. And no
That's
one said
fair.
it. No one said anything.
No.
So, Nyx is not there. Sure. So you're working
yeah.
on sort of getting the house fixed.
Mhm.
Traveling to Sharn on the weekends.
Yeah. Getting some like stuff in the apartment so it's not just empty.
Sure. After a little bit, Grandpa moves back in. He tries to do as much work as he can during the day to sort of fix some of the rooms. Always when you come home from school, I was very proud. Look, I painted this wall, and he shows you this poorly painted wall.
That's okay.
He's good at woodworking, not at painting walls. He's good at painting very fine little, things. I imagine Willow does quite well in school. Actually, having been out there and wild and
Mhm.
experienced the world and met different types of people, I think Willow would do well in school.
Yeah, she would do well, but just not be very excited to be there, like a lot of the other people probably.
Yeah, probably. Then we have Kiori. Kiori signed an NDA, so she cannot tell you what she's been doing for the past 120 days. You're laughing, but this is the truth.
Still fun.
Kaori would not have contacted anyone. So if anyone would have written a letter or cast sending to Kaori, she would have replied to this, but she has not reached out herself to anyone. If you reach out to her, she would sort of just be like, yeah, life's good, I'm on a mission. I can't tell you too much, but I'm doing okay. Sort of no details in there at all. So unless someone came to visit Flamekeep earlier, this is probably the first time you're seeing her since the party en route. But yeah, she signed an NDA, so I cannot tell you what she's been up to. Although I know, I have been thinking about this long and hard, and I know what she's up to, but she cannot tell you. Then we have Von Eris.
Yes,
So whichever one you want
Vaughn.
to do first.
Well, first I will do Vaughn, as he obviously is close to Dumore most of the time, but he actually found his own calling, as he said before. He will open up a shop, a crafting shop, magic item shop. He will actually just fully go into this, and if other adventurers or people who need something for their work with enchantments, he's there. It's the Winding Gear, the little shop in the place they have a home now. He's a shopkeeper at this point, and he's very happy about it.
Sure. Within a day of opening your shop, a House Kenneth Scions shows up in your shop.
Sure.
Good day, sir. We've been informed that you have opened a non-registered establishment that sells magical items. Please, we would
Sure.
need you to register with the house.
He probably would have, because he's not dumb.
All right, so you would.
Yeah. He's
So
not Aries.
yes. So listen.
Yeah, there you go.
Excellent. I didn't see this before. Thank you. And he leaves. Sure. So yeah, 20% of your profit goes to House Kenneth.
Sure, it's for the work, not for the money.
Mhm.
He is fucking rich after all.
True. And Eris.
Eris is a different story.
Where do you see him 120 days from now? What kind of job did Eris end up getting?
He thought about it, talked with Yuri about it, but he's not for politics. Yuri's taking on the politics thing probably. He's doing like the work he did before all this happens. He's a courier by heart, but he's weirdly very tired most of the time. And if you listen in through the city, you can hear rumors about a guy who calls himself the Strider at night and defends people who are in problems.
He becomes a
Yeah,
vigilante?
he absolutely becomes a vigilante. Absolutely.
I love that.
This is the best one! Wait a minute! I also imagine at some point Yuri will come up to you, Eris, and he says, I happen to hear that in, are you listening?
Yeah.
I happen to hear that Arcanix is going to offer a course for interested members of Orion about portal magic.
Really?
Yes. Now, I do not have the time to go with my new job, though it sounds interesting. But, you're getting expensive for just being a runner. You should learn some magic to get you places faster or something.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, this is just the politics of the house, my guy. 16-year-olds are cheaper than your old ass.
They're still not better than I am, and I asked them to become like how do you teach people running? Yeah, I will do this.
Look at me, the free running teacher. Why don't you go save people in the night, and then he kicks you in the butt and leaves?
How do you? What are you talking about? I know what you're talking about.
We live in this house together. I noticed that you're not here at night.
He just like with his foot switches away.
Also, who else can run 1,000 feet in 6 seconds?
With his foot, he just swooshes his new costume under the rug.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what he's talking about.
All right, so then Yuri becomes your guy in the chair.
Yeah. He's the Oracle. I'm Batman.
Nice.
He's Alfred.
Oh, Well, he might be cool.
100%.
Get you gadgets and shit. All right. And then we have the highest roller, which is Nyx. Nyx, you have been invited to stay at the house of the Morning Lord for as long as you need, because people can clearly see that you are confused, and you are invited to. Actually, I never looked up this name. The House of Wonder. You are invited to visit the House of Wonder. Which I see you nodding, which is the temple to the goddess Mistra, who's apparently a goddess of magic of this place that you've ended up in. And what I didn't describe before, but what I've been thinking about for a week that I should have described immediately, is a tingle that you feel in your fingers and in your face, and as you're walking, you feel it brush against you. You can... Magic is everywhere in this world. Where before, you very much had your sort of innate power that you could sort of tap into. It's like there's a layer placed around this world, across the city, and as you're just walking, you're feeling this layer brush against you of just magical, potent energy. Nyx would learn later this is the weave, right? The magic that is all around you that is being controlled by this goddess that people tap into and move and orchestrate in a way that they want it to be. And it's also because of this energy that you feel all around you that you do not feel quite comfortable using magic, I imagine, because you're not sure what's going to happen. You watched what happened with Kiori when she wasn't comfortable with her magic. You're in the middle of a city. You might not want to try. Maybe you do like a little cantrips here and there. But you are invited to the House of Wonder. And invited to have a chat with some of the mages there and figure out what actually happened to you. So what would Nyx tell them? Like, they're trying to help you. They have like comprehend languages and tongues up and everything. Like, you can fully understand each other. You have maybe slept 3 or 4 nights at the House of the Morning, just sort of recovering.
Yeah, Nyx would go to the point of first feeling okay and trying to find out where am I, what happened, and then telling them, well, the general knowledge. So, what's the place where I'm from? What happened? What do I know about the Oracle? Not the whole dragon fights and that kind of shit, but he would also keep a little bit down about his magic power. I mean, he wouldn't tell them that he's kind of awesome sorcerer, but the basics, like they know he can do magic.
Sure. Now, I have an idea of where Nyx could go within the next 120 days, which would be within the city, getting help from certain people, try and figure out if he can get back to Eberron at all, or if that's not what Nyx is interested in, I would like to hear what you had in mind instead.
Well, there must be an archive or something somewhere. I mean, a magical archive about teleportation, translocation, that kind of things. And if I talk about the right people, I would be interested if I can get to know something about Sigil.
All right. Um, sure. So you start sort of researching this. Um, so do you do research with interest of Sigil or with interest of returning to Eberron?
Primary focus is getting back to Eberron because he knows even the afterlife here. I mean, I heard shit. It feels different. It is different here.
Yeah.
And he's concerned. He's big concerned. Single mission. But reading about returning to Eberron, maybe Sigil could be a possibility. He thinks something like that.
Sure, you're just doing research to see if this is possible.
Yes.
I will tell you this. There is a spell that exists on this plane that you learn about. It is called Dream of the Blue Veil. And with this spell, if you have an item or a person from a different world, you could travel there. But it is such a rare case, right? So you sort of dive deep into the libraries of the House of Wonder and you just read that this spell exists, but you have no idea how to do this spell or who could do this spell. And effectively, right, while on Eberron you're a level 20 sorcerer, maybe right here you're like level 3 again or level 2 because the magic is different and you do not know how to manipulate it yet. There's no saying that you can just grow again in that way, right? But this is going to take much longer than 120 days to figure out how to do this spell, to find a person that might help you with this, and meanwhile also doing some research into Sigil, because you do find this other place, the City of Doors, the sort of Taros, which is a donut shaped city, and on the inside of this donut is actually the city, so it wraps all around you and around the corners, and it's said to have doors that lead to every single place in the universe. But then again, it talks about these different planes that it connects to. It talks about the plane of fire and the plane of Mechanus and the nine hells and something called Avernus and the Abyss and Mount Celestia, and you've never heard of any of these places. And that is where it says leads to. So you sort of have two leads going on right now. You have sort of this, learning this magic and learning how this world works, and maybe learning this Dream of the Blue Veil spell. And then on the side, sort of researching into Sigil and seeing if that would work. Because someone could plane shift you there. You could request a mage to plane shift you there probably, but then you don't know how to get from Sigil to Eberron, and then you'd be stuck in Sigil. So you're sort of doing research, making sure that you can get there from there to Eberron. But like I said, definitely takes longer than 120 days to do all of this. This is even the 5-year plan is probably not going to cover what you have in mind. So the celebration rolls around, and yeah, Nyx doesn't show up. There's sort of a room or a walkway sort of attached to this spire, right? The party's not happening in the spire around the coffin. Everyone's there like, surprise, as it wakes up, It's sort of just attached to this tower, and everyone's sort of waiting expectantly for Nyx to be ready. But he doesn't show up during the party.
Maybe we have to wait till the sundown.
Sure, everyone waits till sundown, but Nyx doesn't show up.
What exactly is going on?
Maybe you should check up on him.
Well,
Maybe the coffin's stuck and he just cannot open it himself.
Wouldn't we hear that?
well, at least somebody would hear it. I'm sure.
They have people up there.
Yeah.
That room has not been empty since since we put the coffin there. So
That's fair.
So, are we? Well, I would say are we wrong in the day, but I'm pretty sure it's today.
No, I think things are.
maybe it just needs a little extra time.
Yeah.
Maybe we calculated it wrong, or the spell just needs more time this time.
Do you think I did it
That's-
wrong?
No. I think maybe something with using the power of wish to use the spell might have influenced it somehow.
Would it?
I don't know, I'm not a high magic user.
You think it's not gonna work?
I don't know.
No, it should work.
What
You
I
would
was
feel
about
if
to
it
Because I was about to suggest, what if it doesn't work because he's still alive? But what if it didn't work because I fucked it up?
No, I don't think you.
How would he be alive?
Yeah, why live? Is that a possibility?
I don't know.
What did the Oracle do?
We all saw the
exactly?
explosion.
And if I was like,
What happened exactly? What happened with that explosion exactly? Because I have never bothered to ask, really.
You were there the
Well.
longest.
I saw him do some buttons and shit. I did not do anything else.
well, it wasn't a very strong magic explosion. It's not a simple black powder explosion. So
No, I get
there
that.
might be what I mean is maybe there was some, like with the Day of Mourning, some weird things happening with that arcane cluster that happens.
Right.
Maybe that's why it takes more time, or
Sure.
But
just somewhere.
Um,
if he was alive, he would get to us.
it was nice seeing you guys, but I think I'm just gonna go.
You sure?
Yeah, I got a bunch of work to do tomorrow anyway. I'll keep you
Same.
informed if something happens, okay?
I'm gonna stay here for day, maybe tomorrow, depending how much I can. But
I do not have time. To be fair.
Well, but can't you just teleport around so you can have time?
We're fixing up my house. I am doing a study. Time is. I wish I had more time.
Yeah, I saw that you passed all your classes so far.
Yeah.
I did not hack into the school system. Just sounds like.
No.
Okay, well, I'll see you guys later.
bye.
You sure? You're just leaving?
Leaving. Everyone's staring at me anyway, so. Get enough of
Yeah.
that every single day, so I'm good.
Mm. Yeah.
Gary leaves.
2 more stays.
Sure, you stay a day.
I don't really know. I wish I could say something, but I don't know what.
Stay a second day. Stay a third day.
Good. She'll ask Vaughn again because Vaughn remembers thing that he gets told about what exactly happened because I believe there was told that it was like slung across something. I don't remember, but would Willow be able to like kind of figure out maybe something because her arcana is high as fuck.
Let me check the exact wording of what was said.
Mhm.
Because I think unless you roll a natural 20,
Mhm.
even like doesn't matter what your bonus is, you would probably think he's just dead. Like it didn't
Right.
work, the wish didn't work, or whatever happened. Like the wish, like the whatever
Mhm.
magic of the oracle is just preventing this from working altogether.
Yeah, but that's still like more of an explanation than Kaori just fucking up, right?
Well, it says this, right? This is what I read out. If the codes
Mhm.
are inputted correctly, 2 palm-sized dials emerge from the device. The operator must place their hands on the dials and turn them both clockwise. This opens a planar rift, destroying the Oracle of War and hurling the operator and any living creatures nearby to random locations across the cosmos.
Yeah.
So he might not be dead.
Yeah.
Then there must be a way to bring him back here if he's still alive.
Yeah, but we
Where
don't know
is
where
he
he
alive?
is.
Some
Place
other
is huge.
plane. I don't know. I'm really not that well versed in planes.
Willow, maybe you could talk to Laura. Maybe she knows somebody at the university that specializes in this kind of magic. Maybe they could help us out.
Yeah, maybe someone at place.
You know, I can ask our house because we're
Yeah. Also
portals.
that exactly.
Maybe
And
they know something about planet travel or anything like that.
yeah. And there's that other school. I forgot the name.
I can try to get to
Arcanus,
them.
Reckonmark.
Yeah.
Sure. Because. Sure. So, for the next week, you guys ask around. Ask around anywhere, right, about the
Mhm.
planes and the things, and everyone tells you the same thing. Yeah, there are planes of existence. There's, they
Thanks.
start labeling them off. And they're like, do you think your friend is on one of those? We could cast sending. Sending 9 out of 10 times still arrives if your friend is on a different plane.
I mean, we could try
That's
that. All right. Showcase sending.
Yeah.
And just say like, Nix, if you receive this, where the fuck are you?
Your spell finds no purchase.
it did not work.
Well, like I said, 9 out of 10 times, so maybe this is the one.
You can try again.
Alright. I'll do it again.
Sure,
Do
you
the
try
same
again
thing.
and again
Yep.
and again for days, and it does not work.
Nope.
Why
The
isn't
number you're
this
trying
spell
to
working?
reach is not in service.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I wanted this like weird beep
Mhm.
Why isn't it working?
because
Well-
he's not on the plane.
And where
Okay.
is
The
he?
only
Okay.
fucking reason.
How about this? We ask one of our people who's able to maybe plan a shift. I don't know.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter if we don't know where he is.
Yeah, we go through and just look for him.
Yeah,
We're
we're
gonna
gonna
look
go
for
to
an
the plane
entire
of fucking
plane.
fire and we're gonna walk through the plane of fire.
Well, I
You don't
can
need
go
to
through
scream
that,
at me.
but that is a very long
Sorry, I'm
journey, and I'm
frustrated.
not gonna walk through the entire plane. If we had a place in the plane, I could walk through the fire, but not the entire plane. It's
I
like
don't know,
walking through Eberron to find him.
some very
Impossible.
I don't know popular places. I don't fucking know where we don't burn to death instantly. There must be stuff like that, right?
I don't know. I've never been to
I
a
don't
fire plane.
even want to try that.
So
To be
because
fair.
you have your weird sending stuff, we go to other planes if that is possible.
Yeah, but
and
I
you just try
tried
to
and I
contact them.
tried and I tried and I tried. If they say 9 out of 10, it should have worked at some point, right?
Well, we weren't very lucky in the last few years, so maybe.
Can you shut the fuck up?
I'm not the smartest one, but that is against all mathematical odds.
Yeah.
It just means that he isn't on this plane or any other plane that Willow's spell could reach. Where is he? I wish I knew. I don't. This matter is starting to overheat my brain. And I don't have the answer. I wish I did. But what could happen if he isn't on the other plane? Where could he be? Could it be that if he was dead, that the ceremony would have been a
Yeah.
Newspaper
not
articles
dead.
about this, about the saint that didn't rise.
Mhm.
This sort of propaganda on the British side, where they're like failed party of the Thrainish court.
Oh, fire. Just burned them.
Who do you hate more, Jasper, Thrain or Breland?
Both.
All right. Anyway.
Moral holds.
Both is
Fuck
the
moral
option.
holds.
All of them.
Sure, you guys maybe keep looking into this for a few, like every now and then on the weekend, you might think, oh, let me go through these notes again. Maybe I missed something, right?
Yeah.
But like I'm being honest. I feel like even at the universities, no one would know this.
No.
The only archmage that might have known this is
Mhm.
Narcy.
Is
He
dead.
is
Yep.
dead.
Also
As
a
he
dragon.
Yeah.
You should state that.
Sure, you guys go to Arcanics and ask questions there, and they will say like, we'll look into it for you. But I feel like on Eberron, planar travel is much less common. Out of
Yeah.
character, there are even theories that Eberron is not even part of realm space or of like Spelljammer space. That
Mhm.
Eberron does not have his own crystal sphere because every single other crystal sphere has a similar structure of planes, right? They have the Celestia and the Fire Plane and the Feywild, and Eberron does not. And that's because Keith Baker is a stubborn little bitch, but we love him for it.
Yes.
And the theories go that Eberron actually lies in a deep ethereal plane instead, and like there's all these weird lore theories, but there's no canon place for Eberron technically in the multiverse of D&D. So that's why this is like the most obscure thing you're trying to find. Like
Mhm.
Eberron, I would say maybe on the outside they might have info, so that's what Nyx is looking for. But on the inside of Eberron, they're like, we're the world, we're the universe. The universe was the dragons. The dragons created this world, right? So this is the world.
Yeah, that's why I was confused why we even know about other planes in
Yeah.
Eberron.
You know about other planes, like I said,
Yeah.
because Eberron has planes, right? It has an
Does it?
ice plane and it has a
Mhm.
plane of demons. Like it has hang on, planes
Mhm.
of Eberron. Yes, it does. So the moons of Eberron represent each of the different planes. So
Yeah.
there is Danvi, the perfect order. There is Delcor, the realm of dreams. There is Dolor, the realm of the dead, which is where your soul goes when you die. There's Furnia, the Sea of Fire, Irion, the Eternal Day, Kithri, the Churning Chaos, Lemania, which is where the Lemanian Triune is from, which
Yeah.
is the Twilight Force, which is technically a Feywild type place.
Also, we would have known that there are planes because we literally tried to stop the Emerald Claw from breaking open some fucking weird shit.
Zoriat, yes,
Yeah.
the border to Zoriat, the realm of madness. Yes. You definitely know about quite a few of these realms. But ascending should go there. Like I said, it's a 95% success thing, I believe, on ascending to a different plane. You guys receive a letter from Kaori.
What does it say?
I'm looking into something. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna go look for Nyx. If you talk to me, act like it's me.
Yes,
I know.
ma'am.
I'm worried about her.
Nah, she's
Yeah.
doing the thing I wanted to do.
What?
But she's alone. Into the absolute unknown.
But if you want to try to find her, you never do, so I can't even go and help.
If she wanted our help, she would have asked.
Yeah.
I think she feels guilty. And that's why she wants to take on this alone.
Well, it's pretty obvious, but
So there's a lot more things than just
But I
guilt.
can still be worried about her, even
Yeah.
despite knowing all of that. I just hope she'll be okay.
she's strong.
Yeah, but
There are things stronger than her.
there's always something bigger. If we don't know that by now, then we really have not learned anything for the last year.
Just a quick question. Did the little bitch deliver the letters to Jayla?
Oh, yes, 100%.
Okay.
Also, you guys never saw Sky Blue again.
Yeah, I'm still
She
sad about the
fucking
helmet.
teleported away with her dad and is robbing
That's
banks
fair.
somewhere with the helm of
Didn't
teleportation.
Ruin ever show up?
Oh,
Gee.
yes. I keep forgetting this. Yes. We'll get to that in a moment. But first,
Alright.
Jasper's question. Jasper's question. The letters.
Well, Jayla, it would be a simple letter like, hey, in case something happens, please give out these letters to the people that I entrust you with it. That kind of.
Sure.
And there's one for Kaori, Eris, Vaan, Tumar, and Willow. Because those are the people that Nyx knows.
Sure.
You need new friends, and
So
I
do
hope
you-
you're
do
making
you-
some.
And one for Gunnar is it's just poppycock. It's like, oh, shunk.
do you have letters, Jasper, or do you want to paraphrase
I
that?
have letters. But
I'm gonna cry.
I need a little break before that. Just pee break.
Sure. We'll have a little pee break and then we'll be back.
I'm good.
And we're back. So now we want to see these letters, of course.
Oh no, you just navigate the story, and when the letter gets delivered, I will send it to the right person.
Sure. So what you're saying is you don't want Kiori to read this letter before she does something stupid.
Well, she would have gotten the letter before she does something stupid.
Sure. So I would like to read it before I continue the narration of the rest of the year.
Let's see.
Because I'm 100% willing to do something stupid unless there's some weird shit in this letter that makes me go, wait a minute.
I thought it was Winds of Change Reloaded, and we're just looking for Nyx altogether.
That's the new campaign.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the one shot with Search for Grog, right? It's just Search for Nyx.
Just us as different characters, just looking for Nyx.
Well, I know where he is, so maybe we're meeting him. No,
That is gonna be a new campaign. It's us chasing Nyx in Waterdeep and then all moving to Eberron.
yeah, I
No,
wasn't quite sure he is, but then
It
you said,
turned
"How's it
into an
going?"
Eberron campaign after all.
The question was futile. We are going to Eberron.
New Waterdeep campaign? Eberron, new Waterdeep campaign.
what's like on the poll website, you just try to click Waterdeep, but it's not working. Like, come on!
I don't like Michelle's face.
She's reading something.
Yes, she's reading the letter from Nyx. And
Yeah.
I know it's gonna hurt as fuck.
It's also the longest one.
Obviously.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
that makes sense.
What? Eris didn't get the longest one? What?
Did you just write this? Or did you just like have these? Because I don't know.
Okay, and now she's gonna do some stupid shit. Can't leave it like that. Alright, I will narrate what happens, because I want you guys to know, but your characters wouldn't know what happened. Curie is first going to wish for Simulacrum. Meaning that there's going to be literally a body double of her that's indistinguishable from her unless she gets into an anti-magic zone, in which case Simulacrum turns into a pile of snow. Yeah, exactly. Which is why she said, if you run into me, act like it's me, because then you guys know that it's actually a simulacrum instead. And then she's doing something very simple the next day, and she's just going to wish to be with Nyx.
Oh.
Well, yeah, that's the possible. Why not just bring back Nyx back to you? So,
Because that's what he did to her. Because that's what he did to her. And she didn't like that. Because Nyx did not give her a choice.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
There's even thought behind it.
That's fair.
Well played.
Like, I could wish Nyx back here. If he's willing and if he's coming in the body of the... She's just like, I wish to be with Nyx. End of sentence.
You're just in a coffin. Fuck!
So at some point, somewhere in the library of Candlekeep, stacking another pile of books next to his current pile of books, there's a very faint pop in the air, like a displacement, like something appears. And then Nyx quietly hears his name. His real name, because I imagine he is already using fake names in this world.
Of course.
It whispered from his right.
He turns.
There. He smiles.
He just starts hugging.
She runs up to you, she hugs you back. The scene fades to black.
We
You
had
guys...
last punch from Carrie to him. Smack.
Don't ever do that again! Oh. So I don't know what you do for the rest of the year, but at least she's there with you.
That's awesome.
And I don't think we need to talk about what anyone does for the rest of the year, because I feel like we extend these plans outward that you have, where Esso takes Garunda on nice vacations, tries to find a replacement as sheriff, so that he doesn't have to be sheriff anymore. Right?
Just one thing.
Yes.
Dumar and Van, I suppose, would have their wedding. Like, official one. And we talked about having it on 1 year anniversary of their first wedding.
From taxes of salvation.
Because when they realized that Nyx isn't going, because they wanted to wait for Nyx come back to have it with him, but at some point they realized this is just not going to happen, and whatever Carrie is doing might or might not work. So at the 1 year mark, they would organize this ceremony, leaving an empty chair for Nyx, because I suppose that Carrie's double body would be there.
Yes. Every time you meet her, she goes, "Hello, I am the Kiori." But only to you guys. She's doing it on purpose.
with a very deep voice of, hello, I am
Hello,
Gilby.
I am Kiori. It is good to see you.
Comrade.
My comrade. Have you considered joining the motherland of Thrain? You would have good jobs there. Communism.
She just can't stop doing it. It's become a thing.
She's starting to develop her own personality. Because that's the thing, right? The simulacrum is an exact copy from the moment of time you make them. They never regain spell slots. But from then on, she just living her own life. She doesn't know what's up with real Kaori. For all she knows, she's real Kaori. She just needs to stay away from magic, from anti-magic, because that'll kill her.
God damn it, Yosfer.
And like I said, who knows? Maybe we will have interesting adventures to be had. Maybe we could run the wedding as its own whole separate little thing, where something might go wrong.
Wedding one shot? Ooh.
Yes, and like I said, I have ideas for what Kaori's job has been for the past year, which might involve you guys meeting up to pull some shenanigans. But those are stories best left for another day. As we watch 5 friends and a large dog and a small dog go on with their lives to become what they might have always dreamed of becoming, or maybe just a little bit less, but still something really cool. As they find love and families of their own. And in a separate sort of Dutch angle cut shot, where there's like the Ocean's 11 thing, and we see 2 other figures. Where do you think they'd go, Nix?
They'll find their way. And even though we're not there, our memories are there. We did something good. So, you're up for more shenanigans?
Oh, always.
As he takes her hand. And just go into the world and see what it brings.
Get into some trouble. No longer tied down by expectations of countries and houses, and free to do whatever they want. And I imagine on the day of Vaughn and Dumar's wedding, them standing under some nice tree with some leaves raining down, just holding hands and remembering some of the times they had. Maybe they are even sitting around a table with 5 empty seats. Just the 2 of them and a wedding cake. No, that's too far. They're standing under a nice tree.
Can only think of the mess right now. I'm sorry.
Of what?
Empty chairs at empty table.
I don't know this reference. I'm sorry, honey.
You should watch it.
Why are you crying? You're gonna make me cry. Stop it! We already cried
Because of Jasper.
We already cried last week.
Because of this fucking letter.
Him.
Listen, I wasn't crying over my letter, but it was really sweet as well.
You could read them to each other. I mean,
No.
it's epilogue. You're allowed to.
No, this is
No, this is personal.
Yeah. This is the one thing we're not sharing.
I'll read mine if you guys want.
No.
Okay.
No, I feel like we should.
No, this is a personal thing.
Okay.
Haha, I got 2 letters. I am the favorite. Like he can see Eris's mugshot as he gets pulled up by the guards at some point. As destroyed her. But he gets out. Family stuff and whatnot.
You know, the best thing is, I always imagined that this is how it would end for Nyx and Kaori. Like, I always imagined, even if someone else had sacrificed themselves, that they would have wished to gone someplace where they can just exist, and this would still have happened. So this was actually the best way.
Mm-hmm. It's the best for them, to be fair.
Yes, as much as I'm sad that they're not with the rest, this is the best reality they could have.
Yeah.
I think it's the best for everybody. Because they don't have to deal with their house shit anymore, which was devastating for both of them, actually.
Yeah.
So I think this is really the best situation.
Heck, I feel 2 new NPCs in the next campaign.
I would never.
Yeah, we
Yes,
need
you
to change
would.
we need to change our characters, Jesper. we know our parents know.
I want to see that.
Wait a minute. I like this idea. Why do I like this idea? Maybe it's because I don't want you to play Dragonborn, because then it's easier to find artwork. But
No,
fine, whatever.
but no. But it is in another world, so maybe it works different there. Who knows?
No.
You're the DM.
No, I feel like the child of a changeling and a half elf would definitely be either a changeling or a half elf.
I mean the Dragonborn thing.
A human. It just goes back to
It's just a
default.
human.
It cancels each other off.
Yeah, it's the child of a Minotaur and a Centaur. It's just a guy.
And a horse.
And the horse.
Oh, you have a very nice mare. No, that's my sister. Like, don't insult her.
Don't touch my sister. Hands off my sister.
Alright, so at the 2-hour mark for this episode, we're gonna wrap up the campaign. We're gonna wrap up
No.
everyone's stories, knowing that, you know, some of them are not yet finished, but at least going the right way, or the way that we had hoped they would go. Right? We'll see if Willow ends up becoming a good captain of a ship, and we'll see if Ares becomes a portal mage after all. And we'll see if Dumar and Vaughn adopt a child and name it Nyx or not. A changeling child, preferably, that doesn't have a home or a place to fit in, because you know what that's like. And we'll see if Esso ever gets rid of Karuna.
Well, doesn't he outlive her?
I was gonna say, I feel like Goblin's
Yeah.
been like 30 years, maybe. She's
Yeah.
already like 20, so...
Don't gnomes get like 200 or 300
Yeah.
years
Yeah.
old? Oh, that's kind of sad now.
Yeah, but
And
Kaori's
so-
also gonna outlive Nyx, so that's still sad.
You don't know how long changelings live.
And it's magic. They're
So-
both very...
I'm gonna quickly copy over all your questions to a Word file so that I don't
I love
have
how
to-
Martin has sent multiple questions.
That's okay.
The same same one multiple times. That's what I meant.
So,
Well, you said a question I was wanting to ask, so that's good.
So, the first question is, what happened? What if we managed to get behind the wall in Metro, and what was behind it? You went into the room. You went because it was the room, and you guys didn't trust it, and then you left.
Huh?
That is what happened, right? Because this
Oh.
was in the Trezul thing, and you guys went through the wall that had the crack in it that they had splintered, and then straight ahead there was a room that had a bunch of treasure in it, and
Yeah.
then off to the side was that big circular room where you almost
Mhm.
ended the world, right?
Yes.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was...
Now I
Yes,
remember.
but what
Now I
was
do
in
remember.
it? I want to know.
Yes. I will tell you. I'm actually gonna open it. I think it was Adventure 16. Yes. It was just treasure. Like, it was just magic items that you could have taken, but you guys didn't trust that it wouldn't be cursed again, so you
Yeah.
decided not to take them. But I believe it was a suit of living armor.
Yeah, there was a mannequin with
yes.
armor. Yeah.
Yeah. So, it was a suit of living armor and a gem-encrusted bowl worth 1,000 gold. But you guys trusted neither of them.
Well, it makes
As we do.
sense still. I'm still not. I don't regret that decision because
No.
Yep.
I'm still scared that it's cursed and I'm not even there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Living armor.
Yes, so it would have. It's a +1 set of armor. It gives you resistance to necrotic, poison, and psychic type damage.
Damn.
The armor cannot be removed while you're attuned to it, and you cannot voluntarily end your attunement. If you are targeted by a spell that ends a curse, your attunement ends. The armor requires fresh blood to be fed to it. Immediately after you finish a long rest, you must either feed half of your hit points to the armor or take a level of exhaustion.
That still feels pretty cursed.
It is a
Lovely.
+1, but it's a +1 plate armor, so you would have had +1 plate with necrotic, poison, and psychic resistance, but then this as a
Mm.
drawback.
And half hit dice, but amazing defense. That's
Half
a
your
good thing.
remaining hit points, yes.
Yeah.
What is the yellow gem that Willow picked up in the theater in Metro?
Yeah,
think
because you said it was magical, but you never said what it was.
I think it was just a gem of summon elemental. Let me double
Another
check
one?
it. I feel like it was.
I don't know.
I feel like that's where you got it in the first place. I don't think you had. Oh, you
No,
had
because
one.
we got like a wind elemental from
Yes,
something.
you got one from Whee!
Yeah. Whee!
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 Oh, yeah, it doesn't say over here. Hang on. It's an elemental gem Earth, but it isn't in the rewards at the bottom, so that's why we forgot it. So it's a gem of summon Earth elemental, is what it would have been.
It's sold now. Doesn't
Alright.
matter.
Did the two goblins from New Sire ever reach salvation? I like to imagine that they did.
Hey.
And that they joined the bard in his theater. Oh wait, we
Yes.
forgot about Eberron again! Well,
Yes! That's why I wrote it down, just in case.
yeah. Eberron shows up and is reunited with her sister. Where they're both very much in disbelief, and remember that for Naori, it has been like 3 weeks. But for Irulin, it's been since the day of mourning, where she became a necromancer and she joined the Order of the Emerald Claw in an attempt to find her sister. She went down a very dark path to get her back. So there are definitely therapy sessions to be had. There is no monetary or reward of value for doing this, except the feeling that you brought two sisters back together that would otherwise have been separated by necromantic terrorism. And the feeling that comes with that.
I'm fully satisfied with that.
That's good.
Even though
Exactly.
Erudin is an asshole, but still.
Of course, obvious question, but who impersonated Willow's dad?
Yeah.
I have 2 theories, because I have not yet
Theories?
worked this one out.
Okay.
Actually, I have 3 theories.
Oh god.
Yes. It is either someone that we do not yet know that has no relevance to the campaign. I have no fucking clue. It could be someone that is related to Nyx. This is what I was thinking, right? Like, if the plot ever gets to this, maybe. Or it would have been Vindicil.
Oh. Well, he is a jackass, so it makes sense that he would do that.
These were my 3 theories.
Mhm.
But I do not know which one of them is true,
Vindicil
so
wouldn't work timeline-wise.
why not?
Because there was some time before we found out about everything when we were inside during the war, and when we found out that there was an impersonator in place.
Yeah, but
Oh no, wait,
Yeah.
we didn't kill the Vindicil at the beginning. I'm
No.
sorry, I forgot we didn't kill him. No, that
and
works.
Willow didn't know her dad was alive either.
Yeah. Sorry, okay, I
So
forgot
it
we
doesn't
didn't kill
really
him.
matter
It
if
works.
it was Vanessa or not.
My bad.
It could
My
have just
bad.
like
So
disappeared
keep
at
in
some
mind,
point.
it's one of these 3, but we'll never know. What happened to Olivier and Cesaria? They lived happily ever. No, I'm kidding. Who are we kidding? He was in the Thranish Secret Service. They had facial reconstructions, I imagine, and moved somewhere into Onder on the countryside.
Nice.
It's a good countryside.
What happened to the Emerald Claw in their headquarters? Emerald Claw's still out there. Like, where you guys went, you guys never went to the Emerald Claw headquarters. You just fought with all the little lackeys. You know, like Team Rocket? You fought with all the Team Rocket members, but you didn't disable Giovanni, the leader of the Emerald Claw. Thing is, the Order of the Emerald Claw is not ancient, but they are based on an ancient idea of necromancy and this being like it's a what do you call this? A bastardized version of the Blood of Vol, which already is this religion that's very much outlawed, which is based on House Vol, the 13th house, dragon-marked house that was killed 1200 years ago when there was a big inquisition and everyone in House Vol was killed. Blood of Vol is sort of based on their house ideology, and then the Emerald Claw stems from that. And there's canon lore here that your characters don't know, and your characters are never going to find out, it's not going to become relevant. But one person from House Vol was never killed and was instead turned into a lich, and then started pursuing a way to unlichify herself so that her dragon mark power would be reinstated. And she is half dragon, half elf, and she leads the Order of the Emerald Claw.
She's probably Eris's Joker. At some point.
Good luck.
Sure.
Just
Are there
saying.
any consequences for the blood sacrifice related to Blood of Vol? No, it's just religion.
Cool.
That summarizes a lot in our world as
Yeah.
well.
What could we find in Vindicil's lair? I love this question because there's good loot in that place. And I was very sad to see you guys leave without all this good loot that would have made your characters very powerful. Alright, let me scroll to the page. Like, I have all the adventures open. I just need to find all these pages and tell you guys. So, Bracers of Defense, +2 Greatsword, Crystal Ball of Telepathy, Ring of Mind Shielding. But Crystal Ball of Telepathy, that is a pretty good item. Because then I believe Willow wouldn't have to prep sending anymore. She could choose a new spell. Because you can just cast... Oh, you can scry with it, actually. You can cast scrying with it. You could have spied on people. Once per
She
day.
should not be trusted with that thing.
You can also cast suggestion with it. Like, it's a pretty neat item.
Oh, it's a legendary. And we
I
just
want
left it there.
Yes.
I want that.
The best part is I described it to Eris. When you walked into the thing, I was like, crystal ball, blah, 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 biggest gem. He's like, I touched a biggest gem. I'm like, have fun.
Didn't touch it. It was my whip.
You still touched it.
Technically
Touched his arm.
part of your
No,
body.
I know, but it wasn't in Eris' brain at that moment.
What would have happened if we all went after him? That's the end of the campaign. You would all have died. Does Willow get to keep Melina? Can you still cast Find Familiar and specifically summon a pseudo dragon?
Nope.
No. But at some point a chubby cat shows up. With just a very familiar pattern. Did Willow's arm grow back? Do arms grow back?
With a certain spell, yes.
So
Just not out of...
So do you try this spell?
Or do you bucky your way through life? As
You
the
know,
slope.
I feel at some point she would realize that Vaughn will die at some stage in his life, and Willow will still be there, and she was like, I should probably fix that.
We can Full Metal Alchemist this shit if you come to my shop.
No.
But
Full
advertisements.
I'm hurt.
And then the next question is, if we had beaten Trezul in the honorable duel, would there be anything extra, like a reward or a little text block or something? I think not. I will double check it for you. I have it open right now. The following forces are gathered here. If Trezul sees the character with the enmity of the claw, he snarls in rage and spits out a challenge, shouting, You have bested my champion back in Salvation. This was technically Esso that did this.
Yes.
Esso wasn't there, so we substituted Eris. Now, I challenge you to a duel one-on-one. If the character agrees to the fight alone and wins, all Emerald Claw forces become frightened of the character until the end of the encounter.
Oh.
That's all. So everyone else
that is more.
would have
That's cool.
There's something.
all the other that you were fighting would have been frightened.
That's cool.
What did happen to Tough Love? Is it in the rock remains of old Eris's body? Yes.
No.
It was turned to stone with Eris. So that's stone.
Eris knows where it is. He needs to get it at some point.
It's stone.
What would have happened if we had saved Mercutio instead? So she did have information that was going to cause the war anyway. So if you had saved her, she would have taken this information back to Breland. They would have published an article stating all this information about Thrain and how, the same article would have still happened, but in a slightly different, glorifying Breland type way. Where now instead it was like, daughter of government official brutally murdered by Thrainish Inquisitor. Instead it would have been like Thrainish plot to overthrow British government uncovered. Read all about it on page 12. So it would still have led to war. Because it's almost like it's a pre-written campaign. What would have happened if Flamewind got the Oracle in the fight where she went invisible and flew away in Sharn? Interesting. Let me double check. I believe the story always assumes that she doesn't win. I don't think there's an assumption in the story where the party gives her the Oracle. Let me double check. even though she has, even though she has Sky Blue kidnapped, but still. Let me check the betrayal. Flamewind's ultimatum. Flamewind politely asks the characters to hand over the Oracle of War into her care, where she will hold it permanently. She doesn't provide explanation, save that she believes the Draconic prophecy will be safer in her care. Due to the likelihood that the party will refuse without being given proper explanation, she continues telling that she has Sky Blue captured, blah 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 blah. She motions her head, blah blah blah, the hooded figures, 2 assassins, Earl evaded capture. The characters can attempt to negotiate with the Sphinx, but to little end. The Sphinx is resolute in her actions. Characters who make a successful charisma check can stall or distract the Sphinx, while other characters attempt to stealthily reach Sky Blue's location. If the characters choose to hand over the Oracle, it says here, if the characters choose to hand over the Oracle but don't have it with them, Flamewind insists that, at most, 2 characters leave to retrieve it, but everyone else stays. These characters have disadvantage on charisma checks made to stall or negotiate with Flamewind. Flamewind warns the characters of their folly should she sense any foul play. Move to the next scene when one of the following events occur. Characters attack Flamewind. Characters refuse Flamewind's ultimatum and threaten her. Flamewind suspects treachery and orders the death of Sky Blue, or the characters hand over the Oracle. And then everything goes into chaos because then the windows shatter and the lady jumps in. Antinua attacks everyone indiscriminately, including Flamewind, with no regard to who's on what side. Flamewind, seeking to use the chaos to her advantage, divides her attention between the characters and the paladin in the hopes of being victorious while leaving one of the characters alive to retrieve the Oracle of War. It doesn't say what to do if the Oracle of War was handed over willingly.
Okay.
Like, she's just trying to retrieve the Oracle of War. It does say specifically that once she is below 50 hit points, she leaves. So that's why the adventure always assumes that you're gonna fight her. Like, there's no option in there to just hand it over and be done with it.
Okay.
Learn something new every day. I didn't know. I was fully expecting you guys to blow that shit up. All right. Was Sky Blue actually bound to the prophecy, or is that just a red herring the whole time? What is with the Sky Blue explosive paint? Was that a red herring? I guess we'll never know.
Come on.
What happens if you save Mercutio instead of Lovers? I talked about that, right? So that she's gonna report back onto her superiors, and it's still gonna lead to war.
Really, you're not saying it.
Oh, I actually had a full contingency for this. What would have happened if Nyx had brought Kiori back with her connection to the flame? I had a whole thing planned for this because I had 3 options, right, that I had given Nyx, and I was excited about all 3 of them.
And I want to know them all 3 now.
Yes. So the first option is tie Kiori's fate to your own, which makes her the same class as Nyx because she will have the same sort of blood magic that Nyx uses, or magic innate from the blood, not blood magic, obviously. The other option was let her walk the path again, right? Sort of giving her back her own faith and let her figure out again what she wants to do in life, which would have set her back to the day that Nyx met her, which means she would have been 7 years old or 9 years old. But she would have been a level 18 rogue, just straight up rogue. She would still be a very valuable party member, even though she would be 9 years old. Because I was like, you guys might still need someone to hang out with, but also she will be 9, so you guys decide what you want to do with this. But yeah, she would have been a child. Like, she would have been free to re-explore her own fate and given back her fate, and you do that by setting back her age and letting her choose her choices. And then the last was offer the Sovereign Host to guide her instead, which would have made her Grave Cleric, because she would have been depressed, but she would have been a cleric. And I had character sheets for all 3 of these options.
You were so excited today. I want to show you all of these, but I can't yet.
I made the right choice.
Sure.
Sure.
What happens if the king dies on the train? there is no celebration at the end.
There's no party. Yeah.
And his brother becomes king. Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, it's
Monarchy,
like the
yeah.
king is dead. You do not get titles. You do not get, the party at the end where everyone gets to share their happy endings. Instead, you sort of hang out in Salvation, and I guess that's the end of the campaign. What happens if we lost the war against the Lord of Blades? That's the end of the campaign. The campaign is over. Everyone is dead. He takes over the Mornland and then takes over the rest of the world. Was Willow always spying on private moments between two PCs? I feel like this is a question for Uni.
No,
There you go.
just when it was interesting enough.
I will also tell you this. I see no one has asked this, but the King in Green was not continuously spying on you. It was just sort of maybe little hints here and there, anything that your familiars would report in on him, but he was not actively looking through your eyes or actively listening through your ears all the time.
Good to know.
It was just little moments where it just happened to be a thing. Is the hamster still alive? And if so, how is he doing? So you left the hamster at Willow's lake house, right?
Yes, with that creepy ass animal dude.
I feel like he's good. He's living the
Good.
good life. He has a nice hamster wife, Jerry the hamster, and his wife Jessie the hamster.
Good.
What happened on the day of mourning and what caused it? That is for the viewer to decide.
I want to know.
Sure.
Come
okay.
on, we're done.
You know what? I'll tell you. There is no canonical explanation for what happened on the day of mourning.
I hate
And
this book.
No, truly. It says in the book it is for the DM to decide for their campaign, or it's to leave this ambiguous mystery that no one's really sure what caused the day of mourning. But I know what I think caused the day of mourning. And it's you guys fucking around in this Groundhog Day with multiple duplicates of yourself at the same time, creating paradoxes left and right. That's what I believe caused the day of mourning. It was you guys.
We didn't cause that many paradoxes.
And it happened at the first time as well. Not only after we rewound. Rewind it? Oh, what?
Well, no, because you would always end up in the timeline where there are 20 versions of you. It's not like the first time you're there, there's one version of you. And
So
then
you want to tell me my country is gone and my house is gone because of me?
Yeah.
You're telling me that I'm the problem here.
Yes, the paradoxes caused the day of mourning.
Welcome in the Oracle of War, where we
Right.
are the problem.
We are the solution, but also the problem.
Could you guys maybe send the questions in the Roll20 chat instead? Because then I can read them while looking at your face cams.
Oh, sure, I have one.
Sure.
I do need to go because I have work tomorrow.
But you're gonna miss out
Oh
on the
fuck,
questions.
it's later.
Wait for
Yeah,
this
but
one.
It's
There's
not
I've
just one
been
more.
sleeping really shitty, so I do need sleep.
Alright, what I hear is one more. What happened to Dumar's dad? We never learned this. But maybe I should run one more scene.
I'm sorry. What?
Everyone received this letter from Kaori. And then one night, maybe Dumar's walking Pochi out in a park somewhere. And a shadowed figure approaches Dumar. They're trying to not draw attention of everyone else in the park, but they're not making it. They're making it a little bit obvious to Dumar that they're there. Like they just want to draw Dumar's attention.
He looks at the figure, whether he recognizes them.
As you turn around, I mean, you have dark vision. It's Kaori.
Hi. What are you doing here?
Did you get my letter?
Yeah. Are you okay? Do you need anything? Any help?
No, I'm gonna probably be going for a while,
Yeah, I figured.
but she walks up to you. I feel like before I go, you should know something.
What is it?
Do you have a weapon with you?
He probably has like a dagger. Just this, I'm not really going armed up anymore.
Sure. Hold it.
Why?
Takes another step closer. Because I
Are
want
you
this to. I want you to give you a chance to react. I guess.
He takes half a step back and holds the dagger, but not towards her.
Sure. She sort of just raises her chin a little bit. Looks you in the eye. I killed your dad. He was just sleeping. Defenseless. I just slit his throat.
Stop. Stop.
But it didn't seem fair to leave without you knowing. So I wanted to give you the chance to repay the favor, if you feel the need to.
do you do you seriously think that I would kill you right now for killing my father in a war? It's scary. You cannot just drop this on me and then leave to do whatever you want to do immediately after. No, I'm not going to kill you, obviously not. Why did you came to tell me? You could have just leave me to believe that he died in a war in a battlefield with his sword up or doing whatever. You, you didn't have to tell me this. Why?
You deserve to know
Why
the truth.
now?
I believe you that you believe. I believe that you deserve to know. That you deserve to know. You can, if you don't want to believe me, assume I'm lying.
Why would you come here to lie about this? This makes no sense, Carrie.
I probably did not come here to lie about this. But it is something that has weighed on me ever since we were in your house. I didn't know that it was your dad until we were in your house and I saw the portrait. And I couldn't speak up then, and I couldn't speak up after. And since I'm gonna be doing something either really cool or really stupid tomorrow, I just wanted this off my chest, I guess.
Well then, since you will be doing something very cool or very stupid tomorrow, and we might or may not see each other again, I want you to know. I'm definitely going to have to process this, but you work for a house that you work for. It was wartime, and I know it wasn't anything personal against me. For God's sake, we didn't know each other back then. And no, I don't blame you for not telling me earlier. I can't tell you I don't blame you for his death, but
Oh, I definitely did it, so. It was me and Nix actually. It was a tag team type thing, but Nix was not there when I killed him, so I don't think Nix would have known.
for the sake of everything that we've been through, I would love to tell you that I forgive you. But I do need time to process this. And probably when we meet again. Unless this your very awesome, shady, stupid stuff doesn't work out. When we meet again, I hope I will be able to tell you this then.
You're a good paladin, Dumar. Follow your heart. It doesn't lie. And then she sort of starts slinking back into the shadows.
Mer just stays there.
Bark.
Oh yeah, Poach's leash, assuming he is not a leash, is just dropped on the floor the moment he heard the news. Same with the dagger.
Mm-hmm.
The Mer just stands there.
Bark.
Yes, we'll walk soon. I just need my legs to work again, so I don't fall to the ground, because that would be embarrassing, and now I have to face the give up. He leans down, picks up the leash, picks up the dagger,
Bark.
pets the Poachy.
Poachy has the dagger in his mouth. Her.
I don't think you should be wielding that. Thank you for the help.
Is that the artifact?
You didn't give me the artifact, you have the artifact.
No, I gave all my possessions to you guys. You
Yeah.
have the knife.
I have the knife! I didn't know I have the knife! Oh my god, yes, then this is the knife, absolutely. He's just carrying it around as a dagger.
Yeah, that's the more spotted knife in our home. You didn't know.
The sandwiches are divine.
They taste
Literally.
radiant.
Get out.
They taste radiant for some reason.
Yeah, he picks everything up and goes home, where he sits for a while in just silence, probably with Poachy on his knees, petting him as a therapy. And after a couple of days, when he would be probably thinking about it a lot, he goes to Van and relays this to him, because Dumar does need to get this off his chest. And his husband is the closest person to him, obviously, but also he doesn't want his mother or sister to know that, because it would change absolutely nothing for them, unless for wars. So just to talk it out, and at some point he just wakes up one day and he realizes he did forgive.
Hello, I'm Kiori. Thank for forgiveness. No, that's nice. That's how you play Redemption Paladin.
You're lucky it's not vengeance anymore.
Okay, we wouldn't be with next.
I just wanted you to know I killed you.
I was
Welcome
ready.
to my world now.
I was ready. I was willing. I was ready. 100%.
I was ready for a holy smite fist in the face. Oh man. Why do this now? Now it's so. My mood is down now. That's sad. Again! Why do you do
The thing
this?
is, this, for me, this isn't just, I want to explain this to everybody. This isn't just the type, oh, you killed my father, now we have beef type of thing. This is, you killed my father, he died in a war. So the higher ups came to my house and told me that I have to go to war because my father died in it and somebody has to take up his place. And before of that, everything in Dumar's life changed. And this was the event that put him on the path that he is on right now. If not for this murder, he might be dead because of the mourning, because he was the reason that his family got evacuated before it. So he would probably be dead. So Kerry did save his life, put him through a lot of trauma, but did save his life.
I mean, it could be more interesting. What if your dad had died a few weeks before that and you would be the leader of that group? You guys would have met earlier.
And she would have killed you.
Oh my god. I could have been dead.
That would have been weird. Like, you come into the campaign not knowing anybody, and just like, oh, by the way, your character you just made, he's dead. Make a new one.
I know you had the backstory and
because
everything,
of timeline
but I killed him.
issues for the character that
Yeah.
I'm playing, your character's dead.
I'm going to play a character in a few months, so
No, you don't.
make a new one.
No, you don't. Pick a character, any character. Not this one. This one's dead.
So, are there more questions, or is that all of them?
Oh, the last thing, just a little thing
Sure.
is that.
Okay, hang on. Uni, if you want to go to bed, feel free to go to bed. I feel like I dropped all the lore drops that there were to drop, but who knows? Maybe you can just listen in and lay in bed if you want.
It's not even a question. It's just a little thing that Eris has a card framed on his wall because the last trick was on him. That's just something everybody would know if they came to his house at one point. Okay. Just peace out. She just said peace and went out.
She said yes. Okay, I did not expect that lore.
The
Yeah.
dad lore. I have a set on this since I introduced Kaori. She was always going to
Damn.
be the one that killed Dumar's dad.
Jeez.
Damn, really?
Yep.
So long.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing the
Been
long game.
used
It's
for-
scary sometimes.
I'm just now sad, obviously because campaign ended,
Yeah.
but also because Carrie just switched worlds.
Mm.
They don't get to play the dynamics of Dumar forgiving her.
Maybe one day. You can tell Kaori's simulacrum. Because again, simulacrum has all the memories that she has. Like, it's fully a copy of Kaori.
He would do that, but more for himself than for Kaori.
as
he
you,
re-
as you, so you want to meet up with Kaori
He probably he
outside of
wouldn't
office hours?
he wouldn't seek her because he figured that she did something stupid because she didn't get back to any of them and like, yo, that didn't work out, or like, yo, here's Nyx. So he assumes that it did work or ended very horribly, and that probably this is like a body doubler or a changeling that she just paid off. And he wouldn't seek her. But if they meet again, I don't know where in the timeline that
Well,
would
you
be before
wouldn't.
the wedding.
The wedding, probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at some point during the wedding, being all happy and kind of sad, knowing that the two of them aren't there, he would get it off his chest.
Oh, hi, Dumar.
Hey, I hope you have fun.
Yeah, this is great.
It's more exclusive than the first one.
Sure. And you talk
Definitely more expensive too.
Sure.
By the way,
Yeah.
that thing in the park.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do not remember that because I was technically created before that. Remember when I said that she was gonna wish for the simulacrum and then the next day cast wish and she was
Yeah.
like, tomorrow I'm gonna do something stupid. So she
Does
already
she-
cast wish before she came to talk to you and the simulacrum already existed.
Does she tell him that she doesn't remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She fully says this, like, I was technically created before that, so I have no memories of what happened in the park. I know that she went to talk to you.
Well,
Oh, was it about the thing?
the father, yes.
Yeah, no, I got a feeling that, like, I have been feeling it inside of me that I should talk to you about this, but I felt like it was technically not my problem, because I'm technically not real.
She did talk about it. And I don't know if that changes anything for you, or maybe it would soothe this feeling you have inside of you. But I do forgive you. And I understand why you had to do this. And I hold no hard feelings because of that. I've worked it through, and I can't say I'm fine with it. I mean, it's not really a situation you can be completely fine with, but I don't hold it against you.
Thanks. That actually does make me feel better.
Then I'm glad.
Sure, I would say my soul is lighter, but I do technically not have a soul, so my heart is lighter.
Well, you have a feeling, so you do have some type of soul consciousness.
I have what?
Some sort of
Things?
soul consciousness. Feelings.
Oh, feelings, yes. They are magical.
Well, it's a
It's
beautiful
alright.
magic then.
It makes the feelings feel something.
I'm glad.
Thanks.
Enjoy the rest of the party. I have some
I
important guests that I had
thank
to.
you for not asking me to marry you guys off again, because I did not. Kaori did not prepare that spell when she created me, so I cannot cast ceremony again.
Oh no, it's yeah.
Sure, have fun. We'll do
You
the
too.
rest of the wedding some other time. Yeah, the thing about Kiori is she's of questionable alignment. I'm willing to think that her alignment the whole time has been lawful evil. Because she does what she needs to do for her house. Never once did she call you guys her friends. This was
Yep.
always a job for her.
Oh, that is true.
It has always
Yeah.
been a job for her. Even when you guys were making plans, when anything, she was not including herself. Because from the moment she joined you guys to the moment you left her in Flamekeep, that, like, when you left her in Flamekeep, that was the end of her job. And she got a new job. Because that's what you do in a spy house. So, for Kiori, it was never a friendship.
Yeah, she broke Eris's heart.
It was always business.
She definitely broke Eris's heart in that cave. Yeah, absolutely. At that point, Eris knew. By the way, does Simulacrum in a year or something has like a commanding hat and an eye patch because of the persona she started making? He's always in a uniform. Had a comment.
You don't know what her NDA what her job is. Like I said, like I have thought about this, but it might be a one shot where we get to find out what Kiri's job had been the next year before she wished herself away.
It's still funny. I just like that accent.
Hello, comrade. It is I, Kaori.
And I just think with a commander head and like an eye patch saying that, it's really funny.
Sure, Jasper, are you okay?
I'm good. I'm good.
Alright. Alright.
Are we still recording?
Yes. I think
Oh.
that yeah, no, we recorded the questions. We're still going. But I think with that, that's the last episode, episode 53 of Eberron. The last time that we will see him play as these characters. Mostly play as these characters. We might see them again in the future. But it's been a ride. It's been up and it's been down, and I've been busy, and I've been doing no prep work for the past 20 sessions because everything was already done halfway into the campaign. Things have gone the way I expected them to go, and then things have gone completely differently. You have made plans. You have executed plans.
We have threw the plans out of the window.
Expected plans to go off the rails. You have thrown away plans specifically out of the window.
I will never live this down.
What was your biggest moment? Like, what the fuck are they doing? Okay, there goes all my plans.
90%.
When you guys almost like got TPK'd by Vindicil, that was pretty bad. I was like, oh, surely now Eris is gonna go into the cave, he's gonna see that Vindy is gone, he's gonna come back out, and he's gonna, everything's gonna be fine. And then Eris touched the crystal, and I was like, this is fucked. Like that was such
nice
a bad
Eris.
that was such a bad moment for me where I was like, this is fucked. Like they won and then Eris fucked it up.
Yeah, I think it was the first time in the campaign when you put emphasis on you are going to fuck up if you do this. Are you sure? You asked Marcus like 3 times. You explained the whole bionic thing. We could tell that this was like, please don't do this moment.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I'm always in character if I can.
Yeah, no, that is not shame for no. That's absolutely no shame for you.
Eris thought it was a two-way portal, so he didn't want the dragons to come back. That's all he was thinking.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense on his end.
And from there, it led to some beautiful emotional moments.
Yeah. Taking 2 short rests in the vampire cave. But the adventure had no consequences for doing that. So it's like, well.
I guess either.
It made one of the best memes, so.
The puzzle was impossible.
Oh god, the puzzle.
This puzzle brings me nightmares till this day.
When you guys lost in the brain, and that was like the first technical TPK that we had, but also turned into such a powerful moment where everyone got like a one last action, and Dumar ended up using it to save Vaughn, and then Vaughn jumped out the robot with Dumar's corpse, and then Vaughn sacrificed himself. Like that whole scene led to something really powerful, but I was very much like, fuck, what am I gonna do? Fuck, because everyone was dead. Then we had, let's see, so going through the adventures, right? So we had the first adventure, there's the 3 jobs. There's one job where you go to the the place and you ring the bell at dawn and you get a shady, no questions asked job.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Rulin's working for the Emerald Claw, but her assistant doesn't trust it. He knows what's going on down there. He knows there's necromancy and like weird guys going on down there, and he's like, I need someone to go down there and kill everything, but not me to get the blame. So he sent you guys down there fully knowing what was down there, and then got killed by Rulin's hired assassin. So when you guys came back up, he was dead because he had been killed for sending you guys down there. But no one has figured out this plot. I've read this adventure like 5 times, and no one has figured out that that is what happened to that guy. Everyone just thinks, why is he dead? I guess he's dead now. Oops, you know? Then in Adventure 2, you go to the market. I think that was fine. Adventure 3 is the haunted house. Like, if I remember something specific about it, I'll mention it. Adventure 3 is the haunted house. I don't remember anything specific. And then there's the assassins, where some people died, and then Johanna brought people back. And then later I was like, wait a minute. But we fixed it. I like how we fixed it, but that
Yeah,
was
Yeah.
not
that's
the
great.
intended
Johanna's
thing.
cool.
Yeah. And then there's obviously the first epic where all this shit happened in the brain, and then there's Adventure 5, which is where you have to get a date for Zelmar, and you have to organize his date, and then sneak into the library and sneak up to the top, and Flamewind tells you to fight. The interesting thing is, if you do fight, you become Flamewind's favored. And it makes it so that once you get into the fight with her later on, like when you fight against Flamewind, she will not attack you because you are her favored. Which you will also get for winning the Sourcelight race. So Willow was Flamewind's favorite at that point. Then there's Adventure 6, which is the party on the Montulette. Well, you guys know this adventure deeply. Martina and Uni know this adventure inside and out because I've sent them all the character descriptions and they have ran it with me and it was wonderful. And we already talked sort of about consequences of things happening there. Then there is Adventure 7 where you meet Sky Blue for the first time. I don't think anything really bad happened there. You guys ended up running into a shady temple and paying for a bunch of spellcasting services. That's all that I remember about that adventure. You were like, well, fuck, we're low on hit points. We'll just run into this shady temple, pay these shady clerics a bunch of money, and they'll cure us. Then we had Adventure 8 where we first met Brayton Bach Dorian. And all the other prisoners, and where we met Nyx for the first time. Did something happen there? I was like, fuck, we're doomed. No.
We locked up the
We had a lot of
mountain.
we had a lot of hiccups there.
Sure. And then we had Adventure 9, which is Lord Bucket, which is where what happens during Lord Bucket? Because that's not the siege on Salvation, is
There
it?
were no.
It
There's
is, yeah, it
we
is.
are setting up the traps and we did poorly.
Yeah, because the invisible mage with fireball is overpowered.
Oh yes.
Then you guys went to find Razor Crag, this place out in the Mournland. Like, if I don't remember anything specific, that must mean that nothing went terribly wrong.
Biasm. Okay.
Then we had the meeting of the 12 and the vampire. Then we had On Dare and the falling from the skyship. Which technically the adventure doesn't say that it's caused by Narcy. Like, the adventure is very much ambiguous in, like, it could have been Narcy, it could have been house sabotage. Because the adventure at multiple times does state that there is people working against the party within the 12. But it doesn't say who it is and what their motives are. And, like, so I have nothing to go on. So I was like, it was probably Narcy. But I technically don't know. Like, it could have actually been sabotage. Like, they sabotaged the Sybaris sailor.
God damn you, Eris.
House sabotage. Then you met Jayla the first time, and had to help her escape the city, which went great, and she gave you the skyship. I think that was fine. Technically, she gives you the skyship in Thrain, and then it says, and then they fly to Sharn, and then meet up with Flamewind. And I was like, that's lame. So instead, we're gonna just teleport them to Sharn, and then the skyship will be there. Then in the next adventure, you meet with Spinweave and the Roar Hold, and you go into that whole dungeon there.
Oh, that was yeah.
I don't remember too much about that, so it must have gone fine.
It was
Yeah,
hard.
we skipped your great Kraken token.
Yeah, you guys never fought the juvenile dragon, but Kraken, but it's fine. And then, also I skipped the train heist, I guess, but because that's an epic and they are not in the same order. Train heist was wonderful. That was an adventure that I thoroughly enjoyed. And then we
You want to
had
poison the entire lake.
that was fucking dumb. And then we had meeting with the Dream Eater and fighting the Red Dragon in the dream and fighting the Lich and the undead skull thing, which I believe had like a Demi-Lich that block or something. It was really nasty, but you guys managed to do quite alright. I loved the dragon fight. There were some great cinematic moments in it. Wonderful.
Oh yeah, with the skull, you got actually kind of angry because I was just pushing it away all the time. He's like, it's hovering. It shouldn't be able to.
Yeah, I don't know. And then we did the epic in Metro where Martina wasn't there, but I made a highlight reel. And I still love the carton of soured milk. You guys are looking for that soured milk everywhere. Like, you got to make a wish at a well. And you guys wished for soured milk. I watched that highlight reel. So what I did the other day is I just watched the beginning of all the episodes just to watch all the introductions again, where it's just me in the beginning going like, and we're recording and we're going to the adventure, right? Because I wasn't really doing the YouTube thing yet because it was just supposed to be for us, and like it is still for us. It's just for show because I like doing it.
Yeah.
But just the random conversations that you cut in the middle of because the episode already started recording, and in 5 minutes and I go, oh, by the way, I already started recording. Welcome to the episode. And then from there we continue. And then I ran across in the playlist the highlights of that epic adventure where it's just some like funky music in the background, and that is the best. That is one of my favorite videos in that playlist, is that little highlight reel of just the best moments from that adventure. And then it begins the next episode with with Martina explaining that Dumar's last name is your share, and and Martina's just angry. So just cut from that jovial little episode where we're all having fun to Martina arguing right away.
How do you not know that?
It was beautiful. And then we go to New Sire and we meet all the people there. Immediately, I was when Martina was like, "I want to make a character from Sire." I was like, "Ooh, if we get to play the campaign in full, Martina will love the end of the story, which is where we go to New Sire and there's all these things wrong." So that's why I was dropping hints really early that your mom was writing you these letters where she was like, "Oh, don't like if you hear things,
the
don't worry
pandemic,
about it."
yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Because otherwise, you wouldn't have found out about that until you went there. If like none of your party members had been from New Sire or actively communicated with their parent there, you wouldn't have known until you got there that there was shit going on. And then the fight with Vindy, where I was always planning to cast Hold Person on someone and then disintegrate them, and it just happened to be Kaori. And I was so happy you guys made those deals for your souls with the King in Green.
Worst decision of my life.
Beautiful. Anyway, because I knew what was gonna happen, so I was like, yes, excellent. And then there was the chess game with the war, which we need to revise at some point, but it was interesting. And then there was, saving Jara Blue, finding Alexander, and finding Lucar, and finding Aaron the Cannith, and flying on the Metal Dragon. That whole adventure in the Glass Cavern was amazing. Like, I have no notes about the end of the campaign, I think. I think everything went pretty well. I think if I had played the two dragons at the end in Salvation, the fight would have been tougher.
Yeah.
Actually, well, I think Rule was doing a good job, but Laura was trying her best, her absolute best, but she has never done high-level combat, and it showed.
And she had a bad migraine as well, so
Yeah, she was also feeling unwell.
Yep.
couldn't really concentrate.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Also, the fact that they didn't know that and tried like the frightful presence when I have my aura and stuff like that. They used action for that, which you wouldn't have done because you know our party. So it's a bit of everything, but it was still cool.
Yep. And then the time paradox thing was cool as hell. Loved that.
Scary.
Keeping track of all that shit. Yeah, it was great. I want to do it again. I love DMing for you guys. You're wonderful. You're excellent.
You're the best.
You're the best DM, yeah.
Facts.
I wasn't about to say you're not good at taking compliments, but in fact, yes, like you said.
I have a good DM. That's why
Star
I'm saying
Wars,
like
not
this. Is
mine.
because all the face cams moved around, and I'm just the only one that's fully in the screen, and everyone else is half in the screen. Hello. Yeah. Oh, you're making it worse. Like for Marcus and Jesper, it's actually up, and then for Martina, it's actually also up. I think. Yeah, for everyone's just up. Yeah, for me it's down for some reason. Because of the way that I moved some cameras around when Uni left, but now I'm not moving everything around again.
When we three do this, it's like a duck trio, kind of.
Anyway, we love that you've watched this campaign with us. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. Maybe I'll read them and answer them. That goes for you guys as well, my party friends. If you want the internet out there to know these questions and get these answers, just put them in the YouTube comments so that the people watching this can watch it.
And in
as
10
well.
years from now, you're gonna get a comment on the
Yeah.
video.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Listen, I had fun. I'm gonna stop the recording now, but I'll see you guys so soon again for a whole new adventure.
Season 2.
Yeah.